And he's got an offensive coordinator scheme that it's a problem. Like, they know how to put your rules in conflict consistently. And on top of all of that, you've got an offense that plays against our defense 3 months out of the year. You know, the fact that both defenses are very, very similar. So they know what we're going to be in. They know what our rules are. So it's going to be who can be more precise, who can be more on their job, and we'll see where the chips fall.
And how about that defense? I mean, they have a couple of guys coming off the edge, and Will Anderson, Danielle Hunter. I mean, those are game wreckers. You know, how do you go about trying to slow down guys like that and everybody else on that unit?
I think it starts with what we talked about before, the run game. You know, you got to get after these guys in the run game, make them defend the run, make them set edges. You know, wear him out a little bit in the run game. And when you do that, you know, you get a different version of the rusher that he is. So it starts there. And then, you know, our offensive line, been really happy with the way we have improved the last couple of weeks and the way we've protected Aaron. It's gotten better every week. I think it's a combination of everything. Offensive line's playing better. I think also we've tweaked the scheme a little bit as far as protection is concerned and how we protect and keeping people off our scent regarding how we protect the quarterback as well. So a combination of all those things, it's improved, but at the same time, it's like you said, they got 2 game wreckers and they got some interior guys that are a problem too. So it's going to be another great challenge.
All right, final thing, Jeff. It's Halloween, of course. So I got to ask you, of course, what's the go-to Halloween candy for Jeff Ulbrich?
Oh my goodness, Swedish fish.
Swedish fish, really?
Yep.
Nothing chocolate, huh? Swedish fish.
Swedish fish.
What was if you think back, your favorite Halloween costume you had growing up?
We had the roster party. That was the closest thing I can remember to having a costume on, and I was Bruce Springsteen. But everyone but no one thought I was Bruce Springsteen. They all thought I was like Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the wrestler. You know, so
it was Born in the USA Springsteen, like from the '80s, like that Springsteen
with the sleeveless shirt on.
Okay, yeah,
and with the. I had the hat in the back pocket. I did the whole thing, like the album cover, you know, and still it was Hacksaw Jim Duggan more than it was Bruce Springsteen, I guess.
2 icons of American culture there. Coach, thanks for a couple of minutes. Happy Halloween, and good luck against the Texans.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot to Coach Ulbrich. Let's pause 10 seconds, allow stations to identify themselves on Q104.3 and the Jets Radio Network.
Listen to groundbreaking interviews and thrilling play-by-play all season long. Touchdown! On Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
0.3.
Uniting the brightest minds to turn today's risks into tomorrow's opportunities. Learn more at Moody's.com. Moody's is a proud partner of the New York Jets. Coming up next, we'll tell you who to watch for. Get you set for kickoff. It's the Jets and Texans, and this is Countdown to Kickoff presented by EY on the Jets Radio Network.
It's time to get hyped for the NBA season on Sirius XM.
Free for the win! He hit it!
From a father-son duo in LA.
LeBron James and Bronny James.
To the Celtics defending their title.
It is banner 18.
You'll hear every game on your radio and the hometown announcers on the Sirius XM app.
Doncic will shoot a 3 and hit it!
And stay on point with all the biggest stories in the association on Sirius XM NBA Radio, Channel 86.
NBC Sports Audio Channel 85 on Sirius XM is your home for expert analysis, popular talk shows, and live sports coverage.
Here comes Clark. How will she go for history? The all-time leading scorer in women's college basketball.
Listen to Dan Patrick, Mike Florio, Matthew Berry, and Chris Sims break down the latest news and offer expert analysis.
How about we play the Super Bowl on the Saturday instead of the Sunday 2 weeks after the AFC-NFC title game? Who's with me?
Plus, play-by-play coverage of some of the biggest events in sports, including the Kentucky Derby, Indy 500, U.S. Open, and more.
And there's one furlong to run. 2 Bills on the inside. Trying to hold up Mage. And it is going to be Mage to win the Kentucky Derby.
Your home for all the latest news, fantasy expertise, and live events all year long. NBC Sports Audio Channel 85 on Sirius XM.
If it's happening in baseball,
That's it! It's a World Series win for LA!
it's on MLB Network Radio.
Mookie Betts.
It's definitely a group effort. And winning a World Series is obviously a group effort, but it's just so super special.
Clayton Kershaw, second World Series championship. What has this group of guys meant to you?
God, it sounds so good when you say it like that. Golly, it sounds good.
They've done it!
MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM Channel 89, and on the Sirius XM app.
To win your fantasy football league, you need to be one step ahead of the competition. And at Sirius XM Fantasy Sports Radio, we're giving you the edge you need to take home the trophy.
There are no tight ends that you can count on. we will tell you who to start.
Our experts are doling out start-sit advice, waiver pickups, and so much more to help you win a championship.
Just because you're allowed to make a waiver move doesn't mean you have to make a waiver move.
Listen right now on Channel 87 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
The #1 pro wrestling podcast on the planet is now on YouTube. This is Dave LaGreca from Busted Open. Join us every day to watch in-depth conversations with the biggest names in pro wrestling.
Consistently the best wrestling show.
With Cody Rhodes, Swerve Strickland, Becky Lynch, Goldberg, Ric Flair, The Undertaker.
I'm actually glad to be on a real show.
And so many more. Plus daily breakdowns of the world of wrestling. Subscribe to us now. Search Busted Open on YouTube.
Dan and Greg welcome you back in the Jets Countdown to Kickoff presented by EY. Moments away from the Jets and the Texans. Experience partner of the New York Jets. I have a 4-2 lead in our little head-to-head, but who's your pick today, my friend?
I like the guy that's chewing up scrimmage yards, Breece Hall.
I'm going to go with the guy that I think a lot of Jet fans are going to be watching. How about the new kicker, Riley Patterson? We know that some of these games have come down to a point here or there. Let's go with Riley Patterson tonight. We will talk to you again at halftime. Coming up next, though, it's Bob Wischusen and Anthony Beck. They've got the call of a Thursday nighter on this Halloween. It is the New York Jets and the Houston Texans. And Jets football on Q104.3 and the New York Jets Radio Network. Enjoy the game, everybody.
Countdown to Kickoff has been brought to you by EY, the official professional business services sponsor of the New York Jets. Fasten your seatbelts. New York Jets football is next.
Nobody covers the National Football League.
They give Mahomes time for the end zone. He throws it. It's caught. Touchdown!
Like SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88. Our team of former players, coaches, and front office executives like Pat Kerwin, Jim Miller, Rich Gannon, Alex Smith, and Hall of Famer Bill Polian brings you closer to the game. If it's happening, we are there. Live from the Scouting Combine in March to the Draft in April. And in the summer, SiriusXM NFL Radio takes you to all 32 training camps. We connect you with the history of the game on stage for Hall of Fame weekend. Hear all the primetime play-by-play action from opening night through the Super Bowl.
Spectacular in every way. Confetti flying in the air.
Your 24/7 home for the NFL all year long. SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
Each year, Eddie Vedder handpicks some of his favorite artists to join him at his Ohana Music Festival on the beach in Dana Point, California.
Are you ready, Ohana?
Hear this year's most unforgettable moments.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just saw Devo.
Featuring 2 nights of Pearl Jam. And exclusive performances from Sting, Alanis Morissette, and more. The best of Ohana 2024. Throughout the weekend on Pearl Jam Radio, Channel 22.
Hey, this is James Hinchcliffe from Off Track with Hinch and Rossi. Do you love podcasts?
Yep.
Do you have a best friend?
Oh, yeah.
Do you like driving 200 miles per hour in a car with no roof?
Sure do.
Well, then join me and my best friend, IndyCar driver and 2016 Indy 500 winner, Alex Rossi.
That's me.
Twice a week for Off Track with Hinch and Rossi on SiriusXM Podcast Network. All year round, we're talking IndyCar, F1, food, travel, and more with some of the biggest names from on and off the track.
So download Off Track with Hinch and Rossi now, available on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
No one brings you closer to the game than SiriusXM NFL Radio.
Touchdown, Ravens! Derrick Henry strikes again!
How is this still happening at this point of your career?
Just try to work as hard as I can to be able to play at a high level every year. O-line, guys blocking for me, making it a lot easier. My teammates, it's been a whole lot of fun, I can say that.
Your home for 24/7 coverage of the National Football League is SiriusXM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
The NASCAR Cup Series is on SiriusXM.
Let's go, man!
We're back on the track Sunday.
1 p.m. Eastern.
It's the Xfinity 500 from Martinsville Speedway.
Checker flag, baby. Yeah.
On SiriusXM NASCAR Radio Channel 90. In the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app. Yeah. Get closer to everything that moves you wherever you are with the SiriusXM app.
Let's make some smoke and drink some beer. Yeah.
Problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
New York Jets football is on the air.
Jets football is brought to you by MetLife, the official insurance company of the New York Jets. Verizon, the official 5G network of the Jets. Moody's, decode risk, unlock opportunity. And by McDonald's, the official burger of the New York Jets.
Now, here are Bob Wischusen and Anthony Becht.
Under the lights, Thursday Night Football. It's the New York Jets and the Houston Texans. The Jets desperate to break a 5-game losing streak and get their season back on track. But we'll get right to the injury report brought to you by Atlantic Health, the official healthcare partner of the New York Jets. The Jets shorthanded once again tonight without a couple of starters at safety, Ashton Davis and Tony Adams, without C.J. Mosley at linebacker. And on the offensive side of the ball, they also were without Elijah Vera-Tucker on the offensive line. They put Alan Lazard on injured reserve at wide receiver. So quickly, Anthony, who's in the MetLife Player Spotlight, brought to you by MetLife, the official insurance company of the New York Jets?
Yeah, I think it's our tackles today. They got to deal with Hunter and Anderson Jr. on the outside for the Texans. They have to handle these two. This is the number 2 pressure team in the NFL, from linebackers, safeties, and especially those two guys on the outside. They are big time, and they need to be blocked up.
It's the Jets and the Texans in just a moment. We'll have the starting lineups. The coin toss will kick it off. You're listening to the New York Jets Radio Network on Q104.3, your new home for Jets football.
Want to hear something scary? Spirits are swirling in the SiriusXM app with creepy Halloween treats. Drift into the dark. Nitro's Halloween Headbangers. Find even more monstrous fun right now on the SiriusXM app. Just search Halloween.
The NFL trade deadline is Tuesday, November 5th at 4 p.m. Eastern. And while the nation is running to the polls, your favorite NFL team is running to the phones. Who's staying? Who's on the move?
We're not going to just make a move to make it. It's got to be the right guy.
SiriusXM NFL Radio is your home for the latest news and rumors.
This trade is a huge upgrade over what they had.
Nobody covers the trade deadline like our experts on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Hey, this is James Hinchcliffe from Off Track with Hinch and Rossi. Do you love podcasts?
Yep.
Do you have a best friend?
Oh, yeah.
Do you like driving 200 miles per hour in a car with no roof?
Sure do.
Well, then join me and my best friend, IndyCar driver and 2016 Indy 500 winner, Alex Rossi.
That's me.
Twice a week for Off Track with Hinch and Rossi on SiriusXM Podcast Network. All year round, we're talking IndyCar, F1, food, travel, and more with some of the biggest names from on and off the track.
So download Off Track with Hinch and Rossi now, available on the SiriusXM app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Touchdown!
Throughout the 2024 season, each NFL team channel on the SiriusXM app will feature the team's pre- and post-game shows before and after every game.
What's given me confidence is how they've responded to adversity.
Get instant reaction, live interviews, and press conference audio. Now your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SiriusXM app. All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios.
Back at MetLife Stadium, the copyright of our broadcast is owned by New York Jets LLC. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written permission from New York Jets LLC is prohibited. It's time now for the David's Bridal play design of the game, brought to you by David's Bridal, where brides and bridesmaids get fabulously dressed. Wedding dresses starting under $200 and bridesmaids dresses starting under $100. Shop at davidsbridal.com. The key tonight, Anthony, again, to try to get the Jet run game going. If you were, look, you lived in that world. Yeah. You've talked this year about sometimes the difficulty of having that 2 tight end look they've had on the field. They haven't moved people as much as you would think. They've had injuries on the offensive line. So is there a play design to get the offensive line and that run game going?
Yeah, there is. And, we talked about this a little bit, but, 11 personnel puts 1 tight end in the game. Maybe even mix it in with tempo, with a little bit more athletic bodies out there just to spread the defense. But as you talk about that run game, it's really first down. And whether that's run or pass, they got to make sure they shorten down their second and third down opportunities.
Welcome, gentlemen. Houston, you're the visitor. You'll call the toss. The NFL shield is heads, tails. NFL shield is heads, tails. What's your call, sir? He's called heads. Heads is the call. It is a tails. New York has won the toss. New York is elected to defer. You'd like the football. Which way would you like to kick? Kick that way. Houston will receive on this end. Good luck, gentlemen.
So the Jets defer their option to the third quarter. And that's something that was right there to help them the last two games against the Steelers and Patriots. That kind of last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. The Jets could have put both of those games away in that middle 8 minutes and didn't do it. They may have that opportunity again tonight, deferring their option to the third quarter. They are going to have the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, a wise coach once told me, Bob, there's 4 times in a game that are critical. The opening drive, right before the half to lead into halftime, whether you get the ball or make the stop out of the half, and then the 2-minute drill at the end. Those are 4 critical areas right now where the Jets have to excel and be better at. If they could do that, like you said, deferring this, timing it up, making it work before the half and coming out and setting the tone in the second half, they'll be well on their way to a victory and beat a very good Texans team.
The brand new place kicker is Riley Patterson, who takes over for the struggling Greg Zuerlein, who is now on injured reserve. Patterson has kicked for Detroit a couple of times. He's also kicked, at least last year, split the year between Detroit and Cleveland, the last couple of games with the Browns, most of last year with the Lions. Over his career, 59 of 67 as a field goal kicker in the NFL, and he gets a chance with the Jets now. Dare Gumbawale is back deep to receive along with Steven Sims. And this is a returnable kick down to the 5-yard line for Sims. Out to his right to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. And he breaks all the way across the 30 to the 35-yard line. But there is a flag thrown from behind the play. So let's see where the opening field position is for Houston.
Return, holding by the receiving team, number 56. 10-yard penalty is first down.
Let's head down to Carolina.
Bob, you touched on it earlier, but we've hit week 9 in the NFL season, and injuries have mounted for both teams. Now, the Jets placed kicker Greg Zuerlein on IR with that knee injury, and he's being replaced by Riley Patterson tonight. But the Texans' big blow came on Tuesday when Stephon Diggs was confirmed torn ACL, and he was placed on IR. So the Texans will be without their top 2 wide receivers with Nico Collins and Diggs, so we'll have to see what their offense looks like.
Well, they'll open up with C.J. Stroud in the shotgun, 4 receivers. They'll slant one over the middle. And there is D.J. Reed to get the first pass defense of the night on the tight end, Cade Stover, as the Jets starting defensive lineup is presented by the New Jersey Lottery. They've got Michael Clemens and Will McDonald at the defensive ends, although they're already making a substitution at linebacker. Sam McGuavin was out there to start. He runs off the field. Jamie and Sherwood, Quincy Williams, the linebackers. Reed, Sauce Gardner, the corners, Michael Carter, the nickel, and Isaiah Oliver, Jalen Mills. They are the safeties, Javon Kinlaw, Quinnen Williams on the interior of the Jet defensive line. Joe Mixon lines up in the pistol. The Jets, it looked like jumped offside. They'll run one left on a handoff with Mixon, but it looked like that was a free play as Javon Kinlaw jumped in the neutral zone at the snap. Sean Hockley is our referee, his first call of the night.
Offsides by the defensive nose tackle. 5-yard penalty at second down. The number was 95.
Well, they called it on Quinnen Williams. I guess he did jump in the neutral zone at the snap, so a little aggressive, and that costs the Jets 5 yards.
And when you have a team backed up like this, those are 5 critical yards. This team is down weapons. Now you make it easier for them to call plays. Joe Mixon, a very viable option here on second down the run, and of course their passing game being down star receivers gives them multiple opportunities.
They empty the backfield, go 5 wide. Side-arming one right is Stroud well wide of Robert Woods and incomplete. Jalen Mills there in coverage, so third down and 5 now for Houston at their own 21-yard line.
And you see the timing was off. A little 5-yard out route. You think quarterback, receiver on the same page. The receivers that are out there, Woods, Hutchinson, Mechie, these guys have a total of 146 yards total for the season, Bob, with these other receivers down. Who will he go to? Dalton Schultz, the tight end, is a guy he'll look for in these key third down moments.
Schultz part of a bunch set left with Tank Dell and Mechie. In the shotgun, Stroud. Ogunbowale to his right, back to throw, over the middle, and he finds a hole in the jet zone to Tank Dell, and he tumbles up the near side hash marks out to the 37-yard line, picks up 16 yards and a first down.
Yeah, kind of a little out and in route, and you're right, it did attack the whole of the zone there. And you talk about C.J. Stroud, excellent job. He's fourth in the league in passing, and he's got low TWP. What's that mean? Turnover-worthy passes. He's one of the best in the business for a second-year player, but he has been sacked 22 times. That'll be critical tonight in those third down opportunities for this defensive line to shake things up.
Caroline Hendershot's first update from the field, by the way, brought to you by Charles Tyrrett. They make it easy for men to dress well. 1st and 10, Houston at their own 37. Play action, rolling left now. Scrambling out to the right is Stroud. Gets to the sideline, and he's just going to heave this one down the right sideline and throw it away. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Just when you think, for these guys coming in the game with their two best pass catchers coming down, Bob, you think, okay, Joe Mixon. They've passed every play so far in this football game. So they're clearly trying to loosen up the defense, let them know that, hey, we can pass. We believe in our guys, but they haven't completed anything yet in those passes except that third down.
Hassan Reddick, Eric Watts in the game as the defensive ends, and Reddick put the pressure on Stroud to flush him out of the pocket. Again, Stroud in the shotgun. Takes the snap, 2nd and 10. Looks left, throws left, and the catch made near sideline at about the 43-yard line by Schultz. Bumped out by Quincy Williams. He picks up 6. So Houston at their own 43, 3rd down and 4. They just converted a 3rd down and 5 to keep this drive alive.
2 short third down opportunities. Jets played it with just 4 pass rushers the last time. And you see how Dalton Schultz is a bit of a matchup problem versus linebackers because he is one of the top route-running tight ends in the league.
Bunch set right, 3 receivers. Jets show blitz. Stroud in the shotgun. Nixon to his left. Play clock at 3, down to 2, down to 1. They get the snap off. Stroud rolls right. Under pressure. And he avoids a sack. Now he gets hit. Throws one across his body. That's incomplete. The Jets put the pressure on. They brought a blitz. Reddick was there at first. Will McDonald followed with some pressure. They get a 3rd down stop this time. And here comes the punt group for Houston.
That's what you love to see, right? Hassan Reddick off this one. They're rolling to the right. The tackle kind of doesn't have hands off. He's super fast to get around. Doesn't quite bring him down, but Will McDonald is there to add that extra hit on the quarterback to make it an incomplete pass.
Tommy Townsend will kick. And Xavier Gibson back at the Jet 10-yard line to receive. 12:52 to go, opening quarter. Jets about to get the ball for the first time. Townsend gets away an end-over-end kick. Gibson floats right, calls for a fair catch. At the 11, fields it there. So we'll step aside. 12:44 to go in the opening quarter. No score. Jets offense on the field for the first time. When we come back, you are listening to the New York Jets Radio Network on Q104.3, the new home for Jets football.
The NASCAR Cup Series is on Sirius XM. We're back on the track Sunday.
1 p.m. Eastern.
It's the Xfinity 500 from Martinsville Speedway.
Checker flag, baby. Yeah.
On Sirius XM NASCAR Radio Channel 90. In the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app. Get closer to everything that moves you wherever you are with the Sirius XM app.
Let's make some smoke and drink some beer. Yes!
If you want to win your fantasy football league, you need to listen to Fantasy Sports Radio.
What a play!
From start-sit decisions to waiver wire advice to injury updates, Sirius XM Channel 87 helps you win your fantasy football league. With expert advice from Jeff Mans.
Making the most moves doesn't result in the most wins.
Howard Bender.
Just because you're allowed to make a waiver move doesn't mean you have to make a waiver move.
Jeff Ratcliffe.
Don't overvalue wide receiver cornerback.
Bob Harris.
If you're in a league that doesn't have IR, go out and start looking to waiver wires for players who are about to be activated.
Adam Ronis.
Personally, I don't like trading for injured players because there's a risk of a setback.
And so much more.
You've done wonders for me through the years.
Winning strategies from the best analysts in the business are on Fantasy Sports Radio, Sirius XM 87, and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
This is Tom Byrne. Right after this game, switch over to Mad Dog Sports Radio and talk about it on Point After. Taking your phone calls until 11 p.m. Eastern Time on Mad Dog Sports Radio, Channel 82.
Ray Hudson here with an important announcement. You can listen to your favorite Sirius XM FC shows on the all-new Sirius XM app, now available for all subscribers.
Sirius XM.
You're listening to Sirius XM Satellite Radio.
Sirius XM.
Satellite Radio.
Into rewards.
Jets football brought to you in part by the New Jersey Turnpike Authority. And the Jets offense on the field for the first time, presented by Helix Wireless, an official IoT partner of the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, Breece Hall the tailback. Left to right along the offensive line, Tyron Smith, John Simpson, Joe Tittman, Jake Hansen, and Morgan Moses. The Jets will start with 3 wide receivers. Mike Williams, wide left. Slot left, Garrett Wilson. And to the near side right is Devontae Adams. Tyler Conklin, the tight end. And he trots in motion from right to left. Pistol formation, Jets at their own 11-yard line. Rodgers to throw. Looks right, throws a bomb down the right sideline to Adams, incomplete. Sails one over his head. It'll be 2nd down and 10 as that throw got away from Aaron Rodgers.
Got exactly what they wanted in one-on-one coverage on the outside, and Adams shakes him, runs right by the corner, Stingley, a very good cover corner, and he's got separation. Aaron just, for whatever, flutters that ball a little bit out of bounds. If he gives him a chance there, man, that could be a score on the first play of the game.
2nd down and 10, New York at their own 11-yard line. Wilson, Williams, and Adams all spread left. Adams motions left to right, shotgun set. Dumping one over the middle is Rodgers, right off the chest plate of Breece Hall, and incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Jets at their own 11-yard line.
Yeah, again, that's what Breece Hall wants to catch that football. But again, it's you keep playing, right? It doesn't matter what happens in the drive. You keep plugging in this situation here. Now, 3rd down and long, Bob. Got to take care of the edge guys, right? These are their 2 best guys, one of the 2 best combos in the league, in Hunter and Anderson, with almost 13 total sacks between the both of them. They bring a lot of pressure on the edge.
Mike Williams wide left. Devontae Adams joins him left in the slot. Xavier Gibson out there as well. Or check that, Conklin to the near side right, Garrett Wilson. Rodgers takes the snap. They're bringing a blitz. He's under pressure. He's going to be sacked back at about the 2-yard line. Danico Autry got through. So the Jets will be punting from the end zone. 2.5 minutes in the opening quarter. Gone by, no score. And the Jets are pinned back to their own 2-yard line.
Yeah, Houston brings 6 on this one, and a lot of twisting game on the inside. Autry, not the biggest guy, only 285 pounds. He is a guy that's going to be moving a piece up front. You got to track him, you got to pass him, and right there he finds an open seam and gets a square shot on Aaron.
Steven Sims at midfield to receive the punt from Thomas Morstead, who's at the back of the end zone to take this snap. The snap clean, and he gets it away. Spiraling kick and a good one up against the sideline, and it goes out of bounds across the 50-yard line. That's a pretty good punt from Thomas Morstead from the back of the end zone, as he got it to the 50-yard line right on the button. So a 48-yard punt, but no return. So our chance to welcome Evan and Robin Lilienthal, who are in the booth with us. They have spent their Jets rewards points to visit us here in the opening quarter. It's great to have them.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a trendy point sell right there, right, for the awards. It's good to see you guys, man. See how hard Bob works every single play, man. He's unbelievable. Best in the biz.
C.J. Stroud in the pistol. Mixon, the lone setback, flags down. This could be a false start.
False start. Offense number 78. 5-yard penalty. It's 1st down.
So Laramie Tunsil, the left tackle, costs Houston 5. It'll be 1st and 15, as they did put the ball back at the Houston 47-yard line. So It's about a 50-yard punt from the back of the end zone with no opportunity for a return for Thomas Morstead. That's about as good as you can hope for. And now the Jets, with field position on Houston's side, need a stop. 1st and 15. C.J. Stroud shotgun. Breaks John Mechie out wide left. Handoff Mixon up the middle. And they wrestle him back after a gain of only a couple. McDonald and Kinlaw both there on the stop. And it's going to be 2nd down and at least 12, if not 13, at the Texans' 44-yard line.
Yeah, Joe Mixon wasn't available for the Texans early in the season, but he's been really hot the last 3 games at least. 100-plus yards each in those 3 games and a touchdown. He'll be a feature guy. Even though they started out, Bob, 6 straight passes, they're going to find a way to feature him, whether it's handing it off, screens, or in the passing game. He's someone that the linebacking crew in particular has to deal with.
Mechie, Dell, and Woods bunched right. Back to throw is Stroud. Flushed out of the pocket, running right. Tripped up, sacked. DJ Reed tracks him down on the corner blitz. All the way back to the 37-yard line of Houston.
Love DJ Reed, man, coming off the edge there. What you got to like about it is the way he maneuvers around it, keeps it tight, but he's able to catch Stroud. Stroud's not a slow quarterback. He's got some mobility. He's able to chase him down and behind and get the short tackle. Make sure you bring him down. One of the best tackling corners in the league.
Only the 2nd sack of DJ Reed's career. 3rd down and 21 after an 8-yard sack back to the 36-yard line. Ogunbowale to the left of Stroud in the shotgun. 4-man rush. Back to throw is Stroud. Well protected. Sidearms one over the middle. Broken up by Jalen Mills. A low throw up the hash marks, hoping for Tank Dell. And here comes the punt group as the Jets, after getting pinned inside their own 5-yard line, punting from the back of the end zone, force the Texans backwards. And a big reason, the sack by DJ Reed and Jetsfree. When the Jets get a sack, you score a free Big Mac the next day with a purchase of $2 or more on the McDonald's app. Valid one time the day after the game at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
Please reset the game clock to 10:15. Thank you.
It's great pressure by Hassan Reddick there to make him step in the pocket. And he talked about it earlier, Bob. He's hanging on to the ball just a little longer, waiting for some of these inexperienced receivers to get open. Right there, almost throws an interception.
Townsend barely gets it away. Flag out. The Jets rough the punter. Fair catch at the 12-yard line for Gibson. Irvin Charles came very close to blocking the punt, but he did not get a piece of it. And Tommy Townsend is hurt. And I think it's going to be a personal foul that's going to give the ball back to
Personal
Houston.
foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense number 19. It's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic. 1st down.
A killer.
Yeah, and it's really difficult. And Charles is a veteran when you're talking about trying to block punts. But when you're coming up the middle, and did he get a piece of the football, too? I don't know if he could see that or not, but he does run into the leg. Now, when you're coming from the side, you have the ability to kind of go through it. But when you're in the middle, you really have to be cautious if you don't get the football. Right there, it's a square shot right to the leg.
You have to allow the punter the ability to land, and you have to especially avoid his plant leg, or they are going to get you for roughing the punter. So now, that's like a turnover.
Yeah.
That gives Houston the ball back at the Jet 49-yard line. 1st and 10, handoff Mixon, and he spins up the middle for about 4. To the Jet 46-yard line. We'll call it a 3-yard gain. Brought down by Leonard Taylor. 2nd down and 7. 5 minutes gone by. And a lot has happened in the first 5 minutes. No score. But now Houston in plus territory after Irvin Charles roughed the kicker. Bunch set right, 2 receivers. Quick handoff. Mix it up the middle. And he breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Very close to a 1st down. Isaiah Oliver
3rd down.
Brings him down a half-yard shy of a 1st down. And it looks like Kinlaw might be hurt. No, is that Solomon Thomas? A Jet injury on the play. As Mixon's a half yard shy of the first down, it's going to be 3rd down and less than 1 inside the Jet 40. And it looks like Solomon Thomas is the injured player. So we'll step aside. Injury timeout with 9:19 to go in the opening quarter. No score between the Jets and Texans. And you're listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3, the new home for Jets football.
The #1 pro wrestling podcast on the planet is now on YouTube. This is Dave LaGreca from Busted Open. Join us every day to watch in-depth conversations with the biggest names in pro wrestling.
Consistently the best wrestling show.
With Cody Rhodes, Swerve Strickland, Becky Lynch, Goldberg, Ric Flair, The Undertaker.
I'm actually glad to be on a real show.
And so many more. Plus daily breakdowns of the world of wrestling. Subscribe to us now. Search Busted Open on YouTube.
Comedy Central Radio brings you the biggest names in comedy. All day long, you'll hear the best stand-up comedy from Comedy Central's massive library.
Do you ever ask an adult what they did over the weekend and they say they didn't do anything? Their faces light up.
Every weeknight, you'll hear 2.5 hours of comedy for your drive home.
The other day, I got jealous of a dog's thigh gap. I'm not proud of that.
Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. Your home for incredible stand-up comedy. Search comedy on the Sirius XM app.
The NFL trade deadline is Tuesday, November 5th at 4 p.m. Eastern. And while the nation is running to the polls, your favorite NFL team is running to the phones. Who's staying? Who's on the move?
We're not going to just make a move to make it. It's got to be the right guy.
Sirius XM NFL Radio is your home for the latest news and rumors.
This trade is a huge upgrade over what they had.
Nobody covers the trade deadline like our experts on Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
If you like yacht rock, you're gonna smooth, but even more groove.
Just the two.
And everywhere on the Sirius XM app.
Total Orthopedics and Sports Medicine offers premier pain management services across the New York metro area and Long Island. Set up your consultation at TotalOrthoSportsMed.com. So after the injury timeout, 3rd down and a foot just inside the Jet 40-yard line. 9:19 to go in what has been an action-packed first 5.5 minutes. 9:19 to go in the first quarter. And the clock starts to roll again. No score. Mixon the lone setback. 2 tight ends set right. And Stroud under center. And off Mixon. Runs left. Has the first down and more. Inside the Jet 35. Spins free to the 30. He's inside the 20. Carrying tacklers inside the 15. All the way down to the Jet 11-yard line. 1st and 10 at the Jet 11. Eventually, Jalen Mills and Sauce Gardner bring him down.
Yeah, lost contain on the outside. When he bounces it out, Eric Watts kind of gets peeking inside, and Mixon's still fast. He's still got speed. And a really short tackling Michael Carter is able to come up there, but he's not able to wrap him up. And this is a guy, to me, he's still got it. He's still got a lot of big playability, strong lower body. It's a big 29-yard run on a 3rd and short.
And Jalen Mills missed one of the initial tackles and recovered downfield to help on the eventual tackle.
Oscar.
Ogunbowale now the lone setback. 2 tight ends. He takes the handoff, runs right, looking for a cutback lane. The Jets bury him for a loss of about 2. Quinnen Williams stayed home and made first contact midway through the first quarter. Again, no score, but it's going to be 2nd down and 11 now after a loss of 1 at the Jet 12-yard line. Ogunbowale out. Mixon back in. Twin receivers to either side. Stroud of the shotgun. Takes the snap, 4-man rush under pressure. Pocket collapsing. Lost the football, and the Jets have a takeaway. It looked like Quinnen Williams stripped it out. Will McDonald recovered. A strip away by Quinnen Williams. The Jets get a red zone takeaway. This game remains scoreless. Just what the defense needed.
Yeah, Quinnen Williams is lined up to really the weakest link on their offensive line, the left guard, Kenyon Green. And he just works right by him, and he's just so crafty. Not only does he get around, but he also finds a way to pull and tug that ball, the hand where the ball's inside. And you got McDonald right on the spot to get that strip and pick it up. It's a great play by Quinnen Williams.
Now can the offense take advantage? 1st and 10 from the Jet 18-yard line. Offset eye right. Hand off Breece Hall up the middle. Busts and lost the football. Got it back at the Jet 30. He's got a first down. Breece Hall nearly gave it right back, but picks up 12. He also nearly broke it. And if there was not an ankle tackle at about the line of scrimmage, or about 5 yards downfield, Breece Hall might have been gone.
And maybe that's what he thought. When he got through that little seam there, he probably thought he was out the gate. But Neville Hewitt, a familiar name for the Jets, is just able to poke his hand in at the last second. Got to be, again, sometimes you see that green, that area, and it looks like a home run, but you got to protect that ball all the way through. And sometimes they punch it perfect. Very fortunate for Breece to get off the ground and get back on that football and get himself even some more yards.
Will Anderson is injured. And he rolls over on his back. Looks like they're taking a look at his lower leg. So with 7:18 to go in the first quarter, another injury timeout, no score. The Jets have the ball back, though, after the takeaway. You are listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3, the new home for Jets football.
For over 140 years, Weil McLean has been the trusted name in heating. From single-family homes to large-scale apartment complexes, their high-efficiency boilers bring warmth and comfort, all while delivering cost savings and energy efficiency. Available now at FW Webb, North America's leading hydronics distributor, with over 100 locations across the Northeast. Ready to ship, ready to install. Contractors, visit FWWebb.com to get your Weil McLean boilers today and find the nearest FW Webb location. Weil McLean and FW Webb, trusted partners for your next project.
Do you suffer from Crohn's, colitis, rheumatoid arthritis, or any other autoimmune diagnosis? ThriveWell Infusion leads the way in care, comfort, compassion, and convenience when it comes to your infusion therapy. ThriveWell Infusion understands it can be stressful when you need an infusion, but it doesn't have to be. ThriveWell Infusion provides high-end, private, state-of-the-art luxury infusion suites, accompanied by highly trained medical professionals. There's a ThriveWell location near you. Visit ThriveWellInfusion.com. That's ThriveWellInfusion.com. Saving lives, drip by drip.
Discover the timeless elegance of London Jewelers. Whether you're looking for a stunning engagement ring in their 2 by London collection, a unique piece of jewelry, or a luxury timepiece, London Jewelers has the perfect gift for any occasion. Visit LondonJewelers.com to make an appointment at any of their 7 locations. Americana Manhasset, Wigley Plaza, Glen Cove, East Hampton, Southampton, Westfield World Trade Center, and the Mall at Short Hills. London Jewelers, serving you and your family since 1926.
Hi, this is David Gilmour.
The very limited Luck and Strange Tour. Jocks hand them out from New York's only Floyd station, Q104.3.
We are back live from the Dime Community Bank radio booth. We've got your bank. Bob Wischusen, Anthony Beck, midway through the first quarter. After the injury timeout, 1st and 10 Jets at their own 30-yard line. Trying to capitalize after the defensive takeaway. Another handoff to Breece Hall. He runs right, gets wrapped up, driven back after a gain of about 2 yards by Daniil Hunter. Again, Will Anderson, Anthony, left the field with an injury that he is now in the tent of injury behind the Houston bench. That did not look like a player coming back anytime soon.
Yeah, no, he was kind of banging the turf a little bit, but 5 sacks and 7 TFLs this month alone. Just really remarkable, and that's a big loss for them.
Jets go empty and go hurry up. Back to throw is Rodgers. Looks right, throws right behind Davante Adams and incomplete. Looked like a complete miscommunication as Davante Adams had not really even seemingly run a route. So with a refreshing, smooth taste, this cerveza is exactly what you need to get game day ready. Grab an ice cold Corona. Game on, line in. 21 plus, relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. So 3rd down and a long 8 close to 9. Jets at their own 31-yard line. And Rodgers in the shotgun, 3 receivers left. Houston shows an all-out blitz. And here they come, back to throw. Rodgers, one-on-one, throws it down the sideline, laying out Mike Williams, incomplete. Just missed his fingertips. And the Jets will punt as they are unable to make hay after the takeaway by the defense, as Jalen Petrie came on a nickel blitz and put some pressure on Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, the play before with Davante Adams, they went no huddle. You talked about it, and it's all signals. Davante Adams didn't get the signal on that one, and then that last play, Bob, I mean, listen, Mike Williams is a big guy. He put it in the area, right? He had to stretch out a little bit down the field, throwing. The pressure was coming, but again, an opportunity there, at least get a 50-50 chance with a 6'4", 6'5" receiver.
Morstead, a good punt. Up against the sideline again, and Sims has no chance at a return. It's out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A 52-yard punt angled perfectly inside the 15, out of bounds at the 13-yard line of Houston. So that changes field position with 6:23 to go in the first quarter and no score. But again, the offense right now, Anthony, sputtering. Even when it looked like Breece Hall might crease the defense for a huge play, he couldn't break one tackle and then fumbled and had to go grab his own fumble. And Aaron Rodgers just seems to be off kilter with his wide receivers at times.
Yeah, got to have focus, right? You got to be locked in on the details, secure the football. And you see, I love the tempo, right? We love them getting up to the football and running a play. But if you're going to have signals, it's early in the game. You got to be on the same page. And if you don't get it, you got to communicate, or either get it from Aaron and show of hands or get it from the outside guy. The problem is it's a running back out there. He probably only got one route, right? He doesn't have to get the signal. So you got to make sure on your same page. And right there they weren't.
1st and 10, Texans at their own 13-yard line. Handoff, Mixon finds a crease left, out to the 20. Brought down by Sam McGuavin, but he picked up 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
And again, just like we talked about winning on 1st down, you can't allow Mixon to get some of these big runs inside. You got to at least get a hand on him. You got to shed blocks. Guys up front, Quinnen Williams obviously doing a good job, but when other players are in there, Kinlaw in particular, he's got to find a way to shed and get in there and get his big body into those run lanes.
Cade Stover in motion from right to left. 3 tight ends on the field. Toss sweep to the left. Mixon has room, turns the corner, stumbles a bit, but it's a 1st down and more. Out across the 30, across the 35. DJ Reed bumped him out. Is there a flag down? Looks like there is.
Holding by the offense, number 87. It's a 10-yard penalty, replay 2nd down.
So that is the Ohio State rookie tight end, Cade Stover, that will back that play up. And DJ Reed is hurt.
Yeah, Stover came out on the outside. Isaiah Albert does a good job fronting him up. And he just grabs him at the very end, tries to tackle him, pushes him on his back, clearly in front of the official there. Thank gosh they got that call, because that was a big run up the sideline for Mixon. A lot of space right now on the edges. Got to secure and contain, push the running back inside.
DJ Reed was very quick to get up, walking off the field and now trotting off the field on his own. So can't imagine that whatever just happened to DJ Reed is all that serious, as he's walking away from the training staff right now, and they're following him over on the Jets sideline, replaced by Brandon Echols, at least for now. So after the penalty, 2nd and 11, Houston at their own 12-yard line. Shotgun for Stroud, back to his left, 4-man rush, under pressure, sacked, lassoed down by Quinnen Williams inside the 8-yard line. Another sack for Quinnen Williams, and that's 4.5 on the season.
Quinnen Williams is basically, since the start of last game, Bob, he's been on a mission. If anybody's raised the bar, we talk about bowing up before the game, and the best player's got to be your best. He basically steamrolls number 76, the left guard, Green, and this is exactly where they want this team to be, 3rd and forever, backed up behind the 10-yard line.
Houston 2 for 4 on 3rd down, but 3rd and 15, back at their own 8. 3 receivers left. Tunnel screen left. Tank Dell makes the catch. Lowers his shoulders across the 15, well short of the first down. Another flag, it looks like, has been thrown. Maybe not. Oh, maybe just a piece of one of the uniforms of one of the Texans fell. Just looked like a flag. Here comes the punt group for Houston. At least 6 yards shy of a first down. And again, JETSFREE. When the Jets get a sack, they score a free Big Mac the next day with a purchase of $2 or more. On the McDonald's app, valid one time the day after the game at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards. So Tommy Townsend will kick it from about the 5-yard line. And gets it away. High spiraling kick. Gibson, fair catch at the Jet 31. That's a good punt. A 52-yard punt, no return. 3:50 to go first quarter. Jets and Texans are scoreless. Jets have the football back when we return. You're listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3, the new home for Jets football.
NBC Sports Audio Channel 85 on Sirius XM is your home for expert analysis, popular talk shows, and live sports coverage.
Here comes Clark. How will she go for history? The all-time leading scorer in women's college basketball.
Listen to Dan Patrick, Mike Florio, Matthew Berry, and Chris Sims break down the latest news and offer expert analysis.
How about we play the Super Bowl on the Saturday instead of the Sunday 2 weeks after the AFC-NFC title game? Who's with me?
Plus, play-by-play coverage of some of the biggest events in sports, including the Kentucky Derby, Indy 500, U.S. Open, and more.
And there's one furlong to run. Two Bills on the inside, trying to hold up Mage, and it is going to be Mage to win the Kentucky Derby.
Your home for all the latest news, fantasy expertise, and live events all year long. NBC Sports Audio Channel 85 on Sirius XM.
The #1 pro wrestling podcast on the planet is now on YouTube. This is Dave LaGreca from Busted Open. Join us every day to watch in-depth conversations with the biggest names in pro wrestling.
Consistently the best wrestling show.
With Cody Rhodes, Swerve Strickland, Becky Lynch, Goldberg, Ric Flair, The Undertaker.
I'm actually glad to be on a real show.
And so many more. Plus daily breakdowns of the world of wrestling. Subscribe to us now. Search Busted Open on YouTube.
Sports Grid Radio on Sirius XM has you covered this NFL season.
The young gunslinger in Texas, C.J. Stroud, takes his Texans into New York against the new-look Jets to open Week 9 on Thursday Night Football. The Texans opened as 3-point favorites over the Jets with a total of 45. Make sure you tune into Sports Grid Radio to stay up to date on all the latest.
The place to get the winning edge over the sports books this football season is Sports Grid Radio. Channel 159 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
New David's.
Care, comfort, convenience, compassion. Visit ThriveWellInfusion.com. New York's premier infusion and injection center. Saving lives drip by drip. Well, the Jets have the ball back, but they have not been able to do anything with it offensively as of yet. They have 1 first down and only 4 total net yards here in the first quarter. No score between the Jets and Texans. Jets at their own 31-yard line. Devontae Adams in speed motion. Handoff running right. Breece Hall breaking some tackles. Grinds out about 8 yards. That's a good run for Breece Hall. Out to the Jet 39-yard line before he's brought down by Jalen Petrie.
That's a great job by the right side of the offensive line. Hanson's really shown to be a nice blocker, really good at it. And, of course, you got Moses on the outside. But, again, they're finding holes and seams in the run game. You got to put a play together and another play together. That's something they have to start doing here on this third drive.
Rodgers in the pistol. He's got Breece Hall behind him and Braylon Allen to his left. A pitch out to the left. And Breece Hall again finds a crease. Left sideline. He's over the 50. And to the 45-yard line of the Texans. Danico Autry brings him down. But that's 16 yards for Breece Hall. 3 minutes to go in a scoreless first quarter. And the Jets across the 50-yard line.
Great job by Conklin on the edge. And then, of course, you got Tyron Smith on the outside. And good job by the receiver, Devontae Adams, blocking as well. And, again, working the edges. It seems like that's been the strength of the Jets running game the last 2 weeks on their bigger runs that they've had.
Will Anderson over on the sideline putting his helmet back on, trying to work out whatever that leg injury was. Play action, back to throw. Aaron Rodgers sets up the screen left, caught by Breece Hall. but he's caught behind the line of scrimmage by Henry To'o. So that is at least a 2-yard loss back to the 47-yard line of Houston. Let's check in with Caroline Hendershot.
Bob, after DJ Reed spent some time in the injury tent, he made his way to the locker room, and John Simpson took his place in the injury tent, and he limped in there. No official report on either of them, but I'll work on getting you guys one. So the Jets down a couple of players. As Caroline's update from the field brought to you by Charles Tyrett. They make it easy for men to dress well. 2nd down and 12 at the plus 47. Adams in motion right to left, back to throw. Aaron Rodgers looks left, throws left. A little down and out to the far side. And Devontae Adams makes about a 7-yard catch or so. Coming up on 90 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Kamari Lassiter made the stop, so it'll be 3rd down and 7, just outside the 42-yard line of the Texans, and Will Anderson's back in. Max Mitchell is in playing one of the guard spots, so the Jets with 2 backup guards on the field in the absence of John Simpson. All-out blitz shown. And looking right, throwing right is Rodgers. Making the catch, Garrett Wilson reaches the ball out. He's got a 1st down. Needed 7, got 8. Right sideline to the Texans 34.
Yeah, really good job by Garrett Wilson and the quarterback being on the same page, bringing a lot of pressure, showing a lot of guys upside, but Eric Murray is playing a little off coverage. They play a hitch route. It's a quick catch, great outstretching catch by Wilson, and he's able to break a tackle just enough to get past the 1st down marker.
Down to the final 40 seconds or so of the quarter, 34 seconds to go. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line of the Texans. Handoff Breece Hall. Submarines left, picks up about a yard. And that might take us to the end of the quarter. We'll see. Foley Fatukasi, the old Jet, was there to make the stop. And late flags are dropped out.
That was really late.
And way after the play was over.
Jets were screaming for a face mask, but man, that was like almost when they got back in the huddle, it was thrown.
Personal foul with face mask, defense number 91. It's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic 1st down.
And now that we look at the replay, they were right.
Yeah.
And Foley Fatukasi is not arguing. So that face mask penalty is going to put the Jets in the red zone presented by the New York Lottery. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the Texans' 19-yard line.
The Thursday Night Crew's probably been updated on face masks. They probably don't want to miss another big face mask, so let's get it right, and they finally did. So they listened to the players after where that Rams game, I don't think they didn't listen to anybody. That was as clear as day.
I think the Jets just going to let the 1st quarter clock expire. Let's see, they run up to the line, 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Hard count by Rodgers, maybe to try and get a free 5 yards. And there is the expiration of the 1st quarter. So the Jets in the red zone with a 1st down to start the 2nd quarter. No score after 1.
The end of the 1st quarter.
You're listening to the New York Jets Radio Network on Q104.3, your new home for Jets football.
During football season, we all make rookie mistakes. Like that time you accidentally spiked your TV remote to celebrate a touchdown. Maybe you should have had a Snickers. Because now you can enter for a chance to turn those rookie mistakes into prizes, including a grand prize trip to Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans and awesome weekly prizes. Visit Snickers.com/rookie mistake for rules and details. And grab a Snickers, the official chocolate sponsor of the NFL.
Struggling with back pain to sports injuries of your arms or legs? Need expert care for your joints? Total Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is here to help. With locations across the New York metro area and Long Island, their top specialists in spine, shoulder, knee, joint replacement, and more are ready to get you back to what you love. Accepting most major insurances, including no fault and workman's compensation. Schedule an appointment at TotalOrthoSportsMed.com or visit Total Ortho Express with same-day walk-ins 7 days a week. Total Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, getting you back to you.
Have you ever driven across the Whitestone Bridge and wondered who could possibly paint this? The New York Structural Steel Painting Contractors Association. That's who. With our local 806 partners, members of the New York Structural Steel Painting Contractors Association work hard to ensure New York City's bridges, roads, and rails are safe, beautiful, and ready for the future. You've seen our work. The New York Structural Steel Painting Contractors Association partnered with the New York Department of Transportation on the iconic Brooklyn Bridge, applying new coatings seen by thousands of people and captured in selfies every day. That's just one of the many pieces of iconic steel structures that the New York Structural Steel Painting Contractors Association has helped revitalize. Every day you see subway stops, bridges, highway ramps, and steel structures restored and painted by us. We're the New York Structural Steel Painting Contractors Association, adding a little color to the Big Apple. To learn more about our association and career opportunities, visit nySSPCA.net.
Jets fans, secure your seats now for the Jets Salute to Service game as they take on the Colts at MetLife Stadium, November 17th, presented by JetBlue. Don't miss out on Jets game day energy. Lock in your seats now. Limited single game tickets available at nyjets.com/tickets. Bob Wischusen, Anthony Becht. We are coming to you live from the Dime Community Bank radio booth. We've got your bank. And the Jets finally offensively here, Anthony, in business as they're in the red zone to start off the second quarter. We're still scoreless. 1st and 10 at the Texans 19.
Yeah, finally get themselves a really nice drive here in the third series. You got to get dialed in and have the details of the red zone. You work on this the latter end of the week. It's fresh in a lot of guys' minds. Aaron Rodgers can be sharp. This is an area where he can be dangerous. And again, we want touchdowns, extra points, not field to go to tenths in these opportunities.
Bunch set right. Ruckert, Adams, and Garrett Wilson. Tight to the near side left is Malachi Corley. The lone setback is Breece Hall. An end around to Malachi Corley. Gets a block. Gets to the 20. To the 15. To the 10. Pylon! That's a Jet touchdown! Wow! The rookie makes an appearance and finds the end zone. Malachi Corley. His first Jet touchdown, and New York takes the lead.
Welcome to the offensive party, Malachi Corley. This is a heck of a job. They run in orbit motion, which means he goes from the left side around the backside of the quarterback. Aaron flips it to him, and he gets a huge block from his wide receiver buddy, Garrett Wilson, blocking a bigger body on the edge just long enough to hold off for a big touchdown run by Corley.
Ruling on the field of a touchdown is under further review.
I'm not sure for what.
Yeah.
But it will be a field review brought to you by the members and contractors of Local 825 Operating Engineers. Elec 825, building our future. And Malachi Corley, as he got into the end zone, dropped the football. And they are going to make sure that he didn't drop the ball before he broke the plane. That he still had the control of the football.
He may have.
And he may have dropped the ball before he got all the way into the end zone, preparing to celebrate his touchdown. That might have been the ultimate rookie mistake. We'll see when we come back. 6 seconds gone by second quarter. Will this be a Jet touchdown after all? You're listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3, the new home for Jets football.
Never miss a snap from your favorite school on SiriusXM.
Breaks the tackle. Down the sideline he goes.
The top games across the country are delivered right to you no matter where you are.
Wide open at 25, 15, 10.
From now until Championship Monday, go to SiriusXM.com/college football schedule to find out where to hear your school.
On 4th and 1, that's 53 more.
In your car or streaming on the SiriusXM app.
It's time to get hyped for the NBA season on SiriusXM.
3 for the win!
From a father-son duo in LA,
LeBron James and Bronny James,
to the Celtics defending their title.
It is Banner 18.
You'll hear every game on your radio and the hometown announcers on the SiriusXM app.
Doncic will shoot a 3 and hit it!
And stay on point with all the biggest stories in the association on SiriusXM NBA Radio, Channel 86.
Don't miss a new episode this week of Forward Progress, a conversation on race and sports in America with Jason Jackson and Kirk Morrison.
Nick Bosa kind of leaned in and he pointed with both fingers to the hat. And so I had to tell myself, what if that had been another athlete that had a Black Lives Matter hat on? There would have been outrage.
Check out Forward Progress. New episodes each Wednesday on the SiriusXM app, included with all of our trials and popular plans. Just search Forward Progress.
We are 8 weeks into the fantasy football season, and whether your team is in the race, ready to take you there.
It's more rewarding when you lose your first-round pick and you find a way to win anyway.
From start-sit advice to waiver pickups to so much more.
You got to work the waiver wire. You got to make trades. The draft is just a piece of the puzzle.
Showtime! Make your move with Fantasy Sports Radio, Channel 87, and on the SiriusXM app.
New York. Well, Malachi Corley, it turns out, makes a rookie mistake. He dropped the ball before he broke the plane of the end zone, celebrating his touchdown. The ball was loose and went through the back of the end zone. And because the ball was live, it becomes a touchback. It's a turnover. And now Houston has the ball at their own 20-yard line. So this game stays scoreless. And under center is C.J. Stroud. Handoff Mixon. And he spins ahead for 2 yards. So the Jets lose the touchdown, Anthony. Yeah. We remain scoreless. And that will become, I'm sure, for Malachi Corley, the ultimate all-time learning lesson. He will never, ever let go of the football, I'm sure, again, anytime he's ever near the goal line.
It's inexcusable. I mean, you're saying it's a rookie mistake. You can't make that mistake. I mean, here's a guy that really has been working and grinding for reps, right, Bob? You finally get on the field. They draw you up a red zone play. I would be carrying the football to the sidelines on my first opportunity to score a touchdown as a rookie. That's not a learning experience. You got to be better in that moment.
Back to throw is Stroud, looking downfield, scrambles out of the pocket, tucks and runs at the 25-yard line, hit and brought down. Quincy Williams uses his speed to bring down C.J. Stroud after about a 3-yard scramble. So 1 minute gone by in the second quarter of a game the Jets should be leading at least 6, if not 7-0 right now. And instead it is still scoreless. And Houston has it 3rd down and 5 at their own 25-yard line.
It's kind of a one-man route, a heavy play action. It's great coverage by Sauce and Isaiah Oliver. And listen, C.J. Stroud has not been very sharp. 3 of 8, 31 yards in this game so far. Defense has come out to play early on in this football game.
Ogunbowale to the right of Stroud in the shotgun, 3 receivers left. Here comes a jet blitz. Stroud throws one over the middle. Incomplete. Just missed John Mechie. And the Jets got home with a pass rush that certainly might have affected that pass floating a bit. Kenyon Green, the left guard, is hurt for Houston as well. So he is down, and the training staff for the Texans surrounding their big left guard. With 13:23 to go in the first half, we remain scoreless, and the punt group will come out for Houston. So the Jets about to get the ball back in a game that remains scoreless.
I hate to see a player down, obviously, but Quentin Williams is working this young man, Green, who's down with an injury. This matchup has been basically dominated one side of the entire game. Green, if you look at their offensive line, has really been the one that struggled. He actually got pulled last week, Bob, in the game, brought him back in because another offensive lineman got injured. But, man, Quentin Williams is out for blood right now. He smells it, and that's the matchup right now that they just don't have an answer for, and they're going to have to help him out. And when they do, that's when the edge guys can pick up the slack.
Let's go down to Caroline Hendershot.
Bob, a quick injury update on the Jets side of the ball. Solomon Thomas is questionable to return with a knee injury, and DJ Reed is being evaluated for a concussion.
So hopefully DJ Reed is able to get out of the concussion protocol as quickly as possible. As Kenyon Green comes off the field, Solomon Thomas banged up, and of course the Jets playing now shorthanded at both guard spots as well. It's that time of the year, right, Anthony? You're 6-7 weeks into the season for all teams, even with their buys, 8 weeks, whatever. You start to lose important players. It's just the nature of the beast in the NFL. Tommy Townsend to punt from inside his own 15-yard line. Gets it away. Soaring, spiraling kick. Gibson, fair catch. at the Jet 18-yard line. So the Jet defense continues to get the job done here in the first half as they have held the Texans scoreless. And the last Jet drive got all the way down to the red zone. An end around to Malachi Corley worked to perfection, except celebrating his touchdown, he dropped the ball at the goal line, hadn't broken the plane yet, and the ball went through the back of the end zone for a touchback, so the Jets lost 7 points. So now they have to shake that off. And the offense goes back to work. Empty backfield. Shotgun set for Rodgers. Here comes a blitz. Looks right, throws right. Pulled in by Devontae Adams at about the 22-yard line. They'll give him forward progress to the 23. So that's a gain of 4.
And you really have to have, we got some tempo now by the Jets after that short pass.
So a little muddle huddle as Breece Hall lines up behind Rodgers with the pistol. Bunch set right. Garrett Wilson solo left. Rodgers now under center. 2nd down and 6. Jets at their own 23. Hard count for Rodgers. Conklin in motion. Aaron Rodgers trying to get some information with the snap count. Play clock at 5. Calls out the play. Play clock at 2. Hand off Breece Hall. Dives left for 2 yards. Now to about the 24-yard line. Tim Settle Jr. tripped him up. It's going to be 3rd down and about 5.
Yeah, I like the tempo idea, Bob. Just a little bit more when you get up there. They did have a run check, so they're either going to go left or right. And again, just setting yourself up for a 3rd and short opportunity like they have here to move the sticks.
Yeah, not much on 2nd down, so 3rd down and 6. Jets at the 23-yard line. Back to throw Rodgers under pressure. Spins out of a sack. Steps up. Looks right. Throws right. It's caught, but now dropped. Is that going to be an incomplete pass? No. They're going to call it a scoop off the fumble. And down to the goal line, running into the end zone, Neville Hewitt. That's a touchdown. Tyler Conklin, they will say, had it. They're going to call this a catch and a fumble and a scoop and score return for Neville Hewitt. Jalen Petrie was there in coverage. This will definitely be reviewed, and I don't think this is going to be ruled a fumble.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Incomplete pass. He never really had control as he turned, and then it got popped out fully, but again, tried to pluck it low when he pulled it up, but never really...
Rolling on the field of a touchdown is under further review.
And Aaron Rodgers really survives disaster as Hansen kind of got whipped at the line of scrimmage, was able to make a move and at least get it out and not take a sack.
So an important field review brought to you by the members and contractors of Local 825 Operating Engineers, Elect 825, building our future. And I don't think that Conklin had the ball long enough to become a runner. And as a result, I would imagine this will become an incomplete pass. And the Jets will be punting when we come back. As things stand right now, though, it's a touchdown for Houston. We'll see when we return. You're listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3, the new home for Jets football.
Ready for the big game, but forgot the snacks? Don't miss a moment. Let Food Bazaar Supermarket bring the party to you. From chips and dips to drinks and wings, Food Bazaar covers the spread. And here's the winning play. Use promo code FANSGET10 to get $10 off your $50 order. Order now at shop.foodbazaar.com and use code FANSGET10. Food Bazaar Supermarket, delivering the best of the store to your front door at shop.foodbazaar.com.
When you need a family law attorney, don't punt to just anybody. I'm Michael J. Albert at Albert Sklavos, New York's premier family law firm. We are New York's divorce, separation, custody, alimony, and order of protection lawyers. Our large and experienced team is ready to work for you with a proven track record of favorable results for our clients. Dial pound 250 and say the keyword A-Team to set up your free consultation. That's pound 250, then keyword A-Team. Or go to albertlegal.com.
Sunday morning. You can smell it. Game day. And the brisket you've been smoking since last night. A day to be with family, aka fellow football fans. Traditions make Sundays easy to enjoy. Beers do too. Bud Light. Easy to Sunday, easy to enjoy. Bud Light is the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus. Copyright 2024 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Next Sunday, it's a rumble in the desert for the New York Jets as they visit the Arizona Cardinals. Our coverage starts with Party Classics on the Q104.3 Rock and Roll Tailgate at 1. Dan Grossa and Greg Buttle slide in with the pregame at 2:25. Then kickoff at 4:25 with Bob Wischusen and Anthony Beck. Jets, Cards, New York Jets football on your home for the JETS Q104.3.
Introducing Jets Uncorked, premium red wine, perfect collector's item for every fan. Learn more at NewYorkJets.com/wine and use code SCORE for free shipping. Bleed green, drink red. And we were right. The Jets are punting, as that was an incomplete pass. Tyler Conklin did not have time to put the ball away and become a runner. So now it is Thomas Morstead, still in a scoreless game, to kick it away as you wipe away the scoop and score for Neville Hewitt. And Morstead with a good spiraling kick to the far side right. And this will bounce and go all the way down inside the 10, inside the 5. The Jets are going to down it inside the 5-yard line at about the 2. Isaiah Davis was down there, as was Irvin Charles. Beautifully done by the Jets as we pause to allow our stations to identify themselves on the New York Jets radio network.
Interact with our stable of former players, coaches, and executives all day long on SiriusXM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the SiriusXM app.
Point 3.
So Thomas Morstead has had a terrific first half punting the football, and that is a huge 75-yard punt to the 2-yard line. Nixon now the lone setback. 6 yards deep in the end zone. Takes the handoff, runs up the middle, and dives across the 5. Out to about the 7. That's a 5-yard gain on first down. As Jalen Mills and Isaiah Oliver combine on the stop, it'll be second down and 5.
And that's 2 phases right now, making some big plays, Bob. Defense has been really good. Morstead obviously pinning them back. Offense now, you get that drive. You didn't get the score, but you got to be able to play off that. They can pin them here and get really good field position on this next series if they can hold them on defense.
2 tight ends set right. A wide receiver tight to either side. Again, C.J. Stroud under center. In motion from right to left goes Robert Woods. Handoff, Nixon, jump cut, spins, first down. Braden McGregor brings him down, but not before he gets past the line to gain, out to the 13-yard line. So back-to-back carries by Joe Mixon, buying some real estate for Houston. They're off their own goal line. They've got a first down.
Yeah, he was running it right. Kinlaw was right there to push him back for the cutback, but nobody was home to make that tackle, and Mixon was able to squirt through to get that first down run.
10.5 minutes to go before halftime. C.J. Stroud under center. Again, Mixon the lone setback, 2 tight ends. Handoff Mixon. He runs right into Jamie and Sherwood. Gain of 3. One-on-one tackle made by Sherwood, who was unblocked at the 16-yard line. Second and 7.
Again, Jets defense had a slant to the right. The ball was ran to the left. There's a big hole there, but Sherwood is the gap protector there to make that tackle. But, man, that space is huge. Sherwood, a very sure-handed tackle, does a good job in space making that happen.
That was like the Oklahoma drill. Man. That was Mixon on Sherwood. That was it. That was one-on-one. 2 receivers stacked left. 1 receiver to the near side right. Another handoff. Up the middle goes Mixon. Room there. Sauce Gardner tries to bring him down, gets some help, but not before Joe Mixon has a first down. Out to the 26-yard line of Houston. Jalen Mills there to help bring him down. This has been all Joe Mixon from the 2-yard line all the way out to the 26-yard line with 9:23 to go before halftime.
Yeah, the Jets showed A-gap blitzers up at the line of scrimmage. The 2 linebackers, they dropped them, but they didn't have anybody fill in those gaps when they ran inside. You got to finish that when you're doing that on that run play to make sure you get that run stopped.
Stroud, play action, swing pass right, and a broken tackle. Dalton Schultz making a couple of players miss, and dodges tacklers up the right sideline across the 30. Let's see where they mark him down. All the way out to the 33-yard line. He got 7.
Yeah, a little sloppy on the outside there. I mean, Dalton Schultz is there for Deadwood Aguava, who's in position to make that tackle. He misses. And then also Sauce Gardner's there to bring him down. Quincy Williams is also there. We got to shore that tackling up. This is a guy that needs to be tackled and brought down. He can make plays with his legs after he catches. One of the better tight ends at that.
Mixon back in. Again, 2 tight ends. Wide receiver tight to either side. Hand off Mixon. Runs left. Has a crease. He's got a first down. Flag down at the line of scrimmage.
Holding by the offense, number 2. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
So a wide receiver holding penalty. That's going to be called on Robert Woods.
They do a tight bunch formation to the left side. And again, you start getting guys that don't normally block there, like receivers. They start grabbing and pulling, and right there rips down Jalen Mills on that play. And that ultimately made the big hole for Mixon to get through. But now that you're pushing him back, Bod, you got to take advantage of 2nd and 13.
Tank Dell wide left. Woods tight to the near side right, 2 tight ends. Stroud back to pass. Under pressure, flushed out of the pocket. Running to his right, chased, throws across his body up the right sideline. Woods toe taps at the Jet 45-yard line. He's got it. And he gets bumped out of bounds by Isaiah Oliver. But it's a first down across the 50-yard line.
And this is close. You wanted to make sure we get a good look at this. He catches it. Does he get that right foot down? Sauce is jumping around. They maybe wants the flag, and they're hurrying up on offense to try to get it snap off. He may have dragged it.
The Jets didn't challenge. Stroud from midfield, running to his right, and scrambles out of bounds. He picks up about 4. So they quick snapped it, and the Jets didn't challenge. As we take another look at the catch that was made. I mean, impossible to tell. I think he probably dragged it as well.
I believe so as well. Yep.
I think they probably would have lost the challenge. 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line of the Jets with 7 minutes to go before halftime. This game is still scoreless. This Houston drive began at their own 2-yard line. Shotgun set. Stroud with Mixon to his left. Play action. Under pressure. Backpedaling. Throws one up the right seam. Incomplete. Flag thrown in the secondary. Dalton Schultz tripped over Sauce Gardner, who had fallen down. And it looks like it's going to be holding against the Jets secondary.
Before the pass was thrown, holding, defense number 1. It's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
So Sauce Gardner gets called for a penalty, and he's holding his left ankle. Or is his right ankle. Now he gets up with a limp. And the trainers are running across to look at Sauce Gardner. Again, DJ Reed is in concussion protocol. And now the Jets' other starting corner, Sauce Gardner, is being walked off the field.
He kind of gets tripped up. He does grab Mechie on that and gets his feet tangled up and falls to the ground. And then you had Dalton Schultz coming across. He trips over. I mean, a lot of bodies laying on the ground. The one thing we just got to get cleaned up your technique, be in a good spot. And again, these aren't their starting receivers. These are guys, they're second-tier, third-tier guys. Got to take advantage of that, especially when there's pressure and the quarterback's on the move.
Dell in motion. Handoff Mixon right up the middle. Plenty of room as he jump cuts inside the 30 down to the Jet 26-yard line with another first down. He's got 11 more. Will McDonald is hurt. He is at the feet of C.J. Stroud. And now the Jet trainers out on the field to take a look at Will McDonald. So another Jet injury.
And again, the ball comes back to Will McDonald. They don't block Will, but they bring a tight end back. He kind of tries to cut him. It's non-contact, but man, a big hole as the cutback runner Mixon comes back. There's nobody in that backside gap as all the defensive linemen are really just slanting one way, and it's just Will McDonald. And he's being blocked. So, again, who are those areas and where those guys are supposed to be? And
please reset the game clock to 6:41. Thank you.
going to have to take a hard look at just those rush lanes and really run protection lanes. Everybody has to be in a gap. And right now, there's a lot of big openings for Mixon right now. And once he gets to the second level, like Breece Hall does, Bob, he breaks tackles. I mean, he's hard to bring down. And, again, Will McDonald doesn't look like he even made contact. So this is a non-contact situation as he's still on the ground.
.6:41 to go before halftime. No score. And Joe Mixon is now up to 12 carries for 86 yards in the first half. And he has basically been the biggest weapon on this drive. Outside of one great pass from C.J. Stroud up the right sideline to Robert Woods. It's been a control of the line of scrimmage and Joe Mixon from the 2-yard line all the way to the Jet 26. As he has been terrific. He's got 35 yards rushing on this drive.
And they also have a third-string left guard because Kenyon Green, who Quinnen Williams has been working today so far in this game, is not in the game. So, again, those matchups are critical. But being in the right gap, Bob, in the run game in particular, anytime you slant, there's always got to be a replacement player. It may be a linebacker, it may be a safety. And right now, just got to clean those things up because, like you said, Mixon, he wasn't getting the ball early. They were passing it, setting up the pass to the run, and now they're averaging 7 yards a carry so far in this game with 6 minutes left in the second quarter.
DJ Reed is back.
That's good.
And now Sauce Gardner is trying to get back in the game. And they have to pull him back off the field until at least after this play. So the Jets getting their corners back, but Will McDonald really gingerly walking off the field. 1st and 10, Houston at the Jet 26. Toss sweep to the left, and this time nowhere for Mixon to go. Much better run defense that time by the Jets. Aguavin, Brandon Echols, both came through and helped on the stop for New York. That time a loss of 2 for Joe Mixon. That was the best run defense we have seen from the Jets on this drive. 2nd and 12 at the Jet 27-yard line.
It was, and everybody's filling a gap. Everybody's taking up an offensive player, and the one free man is the corner. And I'll tell you what, there's one thing about Echols is he's going to make a tackle. He's going to stick his face in there, and he's one-on-one with Mixon. He brings him immediately down. It's a great tackle on the left edge of the line of scrimmage.
Gardner and Reed back both at corner. C.J. Stroud, play action, drops to throw on 2nd and 12. Well protected, has all day to throw. Floating out of the pocket right, extends it, tucks it under, gets to the 30 at the Jet 25. Cuts it inside, down to the 15-yard line. First down. Sam Aguavin tripped him up, but he scrambles for about 12 yards, and he needed just about 12 yards to pick up the first down. So it's a first down in the red zone for Houston with 5:15 to go in the second quarter, and this game still scoreless, but Houston now in position to score the game's first points.
Yeah, Jets rush 4, and you got to get off a block. Somebody's got to find a way to win. The coverage is great, and then finally the quarterback just finds a seam. This is the 11th play of this drive, Bob.
Hand off Joe Mixon, up the middle, wrapped up, thrown back, lost at least a yard or 2. Leonard Taylor, great penetration. That's a 2-yard loss back to the 17 with 4:40 to go in the first half.
Yeah, it really is a nice job by Taylor to kind of do inside-outside looping. He becomes the guy that's unblocked, and he's really done a nice job in the run game in the past couple games. He's getting his opportunity, getting a lot more snaps in this game. But again, when you're in the sound gap, when you're in the right place, guys are in the right spot, the run defense has been really good. This drive, though, like you said, it's been a little bit of an enigma with Mixon carrying the football.
Xavier Hutchinson wide left. Schultz trots into the slot left. Shotgun for Stroud. Drops back. Looks over the middle. Under pressure. He's going to be hit from behind. Slings it to the sideline and throws it away. Kinlaw. Reddick. They were both there. Well, here's a chance for the Jets to get a red zone stop. After bending from the 2-yard line, the Texans drive all the way down into the red zone with a first down. The Jets have now forced 3rd down and 12 at their 17-yard line.
And that was great effort by Kinlaw on that. Probably his best effort play of the season to really get at Stroud and force that over the head throw. And you're right. This has been a long drive. If they can come up here and stop them from getting a first down and preventing them from the end zone and forcing a field goal, be a win for the Jets.
3 receivers bunched left, Tank Dell solo right. Shotgun for Stroud. Jets rush 4. He's back to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Steps up. Throws 1. And it is caught inside the 5. Tank Dell. First down. First and goal at the 3. He eventually got loose, crossing from right to left. And C.J. Stroud found a lane out of the pocket, stepped up, bought time. Sauce Gardner was trying to track Tank Dell, and Dell got loose. It's first and goal at the 3.
Yeah, and they bring a little game in the inside, but Clemens gets washed away. And honestly, C.J. Stroud could have ran this ball, but his eyes are always up for a young quarterback to continue to see the field, and he gets a big completion down the middle of the field by Tank Dell.
First and goal at the 3, handoff Mixon. Makes a man miss in the backfield, jump cut, left into the end zone for a Houston touchdown. So with 3:21 to go in the first half, the Texans get on the board, and they have a touchdown lead.
And listen, Mixon's not going to go down with arm tackles. Quincy Williams is able to get in the backfield. He tries to reach out. And every time they touch this guy on the first hit, he's bouncing off. His legs, his flexion, his movement. I mean, he's a guy that's very slippery for a back of his size, and he's got good bursts, and he's been showing that on tape, Bob, the last 3 weeks of the season.
So Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the extra point. The snap down, the placement on the way, end over end, and it's good. And in a game where the Jets should have at least 6, if not 7 of their own also on the board, the Texans now have a 7-0 lead with 3:21 to go before halftime after a 98-yard touchdown drive. It's 7-0 Houston. You're listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3, the new home for...
I'm Bruce Murray. And I'm Rich Gannon. Join us Friday, noon Eastern time on the Sirius XM Blitz. We'll recap Texans Jets from Thursday Night Football to kick off Week 9. And, of course, I have to ask Rich what candy he handed out on Halloween.
Bruce, I'm from Pennsylvania. Of course, Hershey bars. Plus, we'll get you ready for Falcons, Cowboys, Broncos, Ravens, Lions, Packers, and discuss the latest news around the league with the trade deadline looming next Tuesday.
So don't miss the Sirius XM Blitz with me and Rich Gannon. Friday, noon Eastern time on Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the all-new Sirius XM app.
Nobody brings you the excitement of Formula One racing like Sirius XM.
Let's go, come on.
Hear every thrilling lap of a worldwide championship chase.
Verstappen takes the lead in the Grand Prix, and Hamilton couldn't hold him off.
Plus comprehensive pre- and post-race coverage.
That race, that was the best race I've ever seen.
The 2024 season rolls on Sunday at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Our live coverage begins at 11 a.m. Eastern with Lights Out Racing at noon Eastern on ESPN Extra, Channel 81, and the all-new Sirius XM app.
Nobody covers the National Football League.
They give Mahomes time for the end zone. He throws it. It's caught. Touchdown!
Like Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88. Our team of former players, coaches, and front office executives like Pat Kerwin, Jim Miller, Rich Gannon, Alex Smith, and Hall of Famer Bill Polian brings you closer to the game. If it's happening, we are there. Live from the Scouting Combine in March to the Draft in April. And in the summer, Sirius XM NFL Radio takes you to all 32 training camps. We connect you with the history of the game on stage for Hall of Fame weekend. Hear all the primetime play-by-play action from opening night through the Super Bowl.
Spectacular in every way. Confetti flying in the air.
Your 24/7 home for the NFL all year long. Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
The New York Structural Steel Painting Contractors Association. Painting and repairing bridges and steel structures around New York for over 50 years. So in a first half where the Jets gave a touchdown back, unfortunately, Malachi Corley dropping a ball at the goal line when he was in the end zone for his first career touchdown. That took a touchdown for the Jets off the board, and then a 98-yard touchdown drive, giving the first score of the night to the Texans. They've got a 7-0 lead, and the kickoff from Fairbairn sails into the end zone for a touchback. We check in with Caroline.
Bob, after Sunday's game, Patriots defensive tackle Devon Godshaw said Aaron Rodgers was struggling with his mobility and did not look the same. Rodgers responded this week and said he was hurting, but he feels better this week. He didn't really move a whole lot. He got sacked once, and that was probably part of it. He did add he expects to be able to do a lot more this week. He'll be under center and hopefully back to his faster-than-Godshaw speed.
Well, he needs to escape and make some plays as the Jets start at their own 30-yard line. Split backs, a back two either side of Rodgers, and three receivers. He takes the snap and drops back, looks right, slant right, and it's caught. Breaking a tackle, Devontae Adams got a first down. Turns up the near hash marks, picks up 12. First and 10, Jets. And they send Braylon Allen out. Bring a couple of tight ends in. 3 minutes to go in the first half.
It's a great start right there for the first down. It's 7-0, right, Bob? I mean, at the end of the day, where you're at, you're in a good spot with a good first down play. Got to keep the drive rolling.
Adams in motion left to right. Offset eye left. Handoff Breece Hall. Nowhere to go. Fights his way back to the line of scrimmage through the arms of Henry To'o. Second down and 10. Now the Jets have all three of their timeouts with 2.5 minutes to go before halftime. And remember, they start the third quarter with the ball. So again, this is a spot where they could put together back-to-back drives. Second down and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Empty backfield, but now Breece Hall will motion to Rodgers left in the shotgun. 2:15 to go in the half. Shotgun snap. Wide receiver screen. Caught by Garrett Wilson. Double teamed and brought down, no gain. Lassiter and Petrie sandwich him and bring him down. And that'll take us down to the 2-minute warning, brought to you by Ticketmaster. Buy or sell your Jets tickets with the official ticket marketplace of the New York Jets at Ticketmaster.com/Jets. 2 minutes to go, first half. The Jets trail Houston 7-0. You're listening to the New York Jets Radio Network on Q104.3. Your new home for this weekend.
This week on Let's Go with Bill Belichick, Max Crosby, Peter King, and me, Jim Gray. With Jared Goff and Bill Belichick, Coach, what do you see in the evolution of Jared's game?
Accuracy and decision-making. I mean, that's really what quarterbacking is.
Those guys protect me. Those guys run great routes. I'm delivering it on time and accurately, and I'm just trying to play disciplined football, and I think I have. And guys are making catches, and things have been good these past few weeks.
Listen to the extended version of Let's Go, now available exclusively on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Each year, Eddie Vedder.
Are you ready, Ohana?
Hear this year's most unforgettable moments.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just saw Devo.
And more. The best of Ohana 2024 throughout the weekend on Pearl Jam Radio.
Podcast on the planet is now on YouTube. This is Dave LaGreca from Busted Open. Join us every day to watch in-depth conversations. Undertaker.
I'm actually glad to be on a real show.
And so many more. Plus daily breakdowns of the world of wrestling. Subscribe to us now. Search Busted Open on YouTube.
To win your fantasy football league, you need to be one step ahead of the competition. And at SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio, we're giving you the edge you need to take home the trophy.
There are no tight ends that you can count on. We will tell you who to start.
Our experts are doling out start-sit advice, waiver pickups, and so much more to help you win a championship.
Just because you're allowed to make a waiver move doesn't mean you have to make a waiver move.
Listen right now on Channel 87 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Let's check the first half scoreboard, brought to you by Captain Morgan. Follow the captain. Find the clues, unlock adventure, drink responsibly. Some interesting games coming up this weekend. Miami and Buffalo will do battle in the AFC East. And Washington will be here to take on the Giants at MetLife Stadium on Sunday. Detroit and Green Bay, that's a big one on Sunday afternoon as well. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Jets, third down and 10 at their own 42-yard line. Rodgers takes the snap, blitz coming, under some pressure, pocket collapses, sacked. Back at the 33-yard line. just had nowhere to go. Danico Autry was there. Derek Barnett helped to bring him down as well. Daniil Hunter.
Timeout Houston, their first of the half.
And
30
the
seconds
Texans
timeout.
will
Please
spend
reset
a
the game
timeout.
clock to 1:55. Thank you.
So the Texans had all three of their timeouts. So with a 7-0 lead, Houston will get the ball back again before halftime.
And it's Hunter versus Smith, and Smith does a good job pushing up the pocket, and then all of a sudden when he steps up, then you got an interior player who's a quicker body, and Autry breaking in between two different offensive linemen. But again, you got to win on early downs. You're putting yourself in a bind versus, like I said this before, the number 2 pressure defense in the NFL. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11 is they live off those kind of areas, and you got to find ways to get chunks of plays and chunks of yards that get you closer to the sticks.
So Morstead to punt, and Sims back deep to receive. 1:55 to go before halftime. Jets trail 7-0. Texans creeping a gunner in as if they're going to come after Morstead. And Morstead gets it away. This time a wobbly kick. Sims, late fair catch signal, runs under it at the 29-yard line of the Texans. So that was not a field position changing punt for Thomas Morstead. That one only went 38 yards. He had a terrific first half. At one point, a 78-yard punt went all the way down to the 2-yard line, or 75-yard punt the last time he was out there. Unfortunately, the Texans then went 98 yards for their touchdown.
Yeah, and the Texans are going to be aggressive here. They have a minute 49, 2 timeouts. If there's incomplete passes, this could work to the advantage of the Jets if they can win on early downs. So you just got to remember on the pass rush, make sure you stay in your rush lanes, and someone's got to win. Stroud right now is leaking himself outside of some of these 4-man rushes. You got to keep him in the pocket, squeeze it down, maybe mix in a blitz to try to get them from moving the chains here on this drive.
3 receivers, 2 bunched to the far side left, and a handoff to Mixon. Running left, he picks up about 3. Isaiah Oliver came up to make the stop. That'll bring us down to about a minute and a half to go in the first half, and the Texans not showing a lot of sense of urgency here. They're going to substitute. They're huddling up. They've got a 7-0 lead. They just called timeout after the Jets' 3rd down play and the sack. And they're letting the clock wind all the way down. Minute 18 to go in the half. 13 on the play clock. 2nd down and 7. They'll hand it off to Mixon again.
The Jets should call timeout here.
See if the Jets call a timeout indeed. 3rd down and 4.
See, the first snap, Bob, you think they're going to be aggressive, right? You're okay, they're going to try. They got some time.
Well, now they're hurrying up.
And right, so it's, if you stop them here, if you called a timeout, you may have gotten the ball back.
Quick snap, back to throw is Stroud. Finds a crosser, wide open, running right to left. Tank Dell down the sideline at the Jet 45-40. And he's tripped up from behind by DJ Reed, but inside the Jet 35, out of bounds at the New York 34-yard line. A catch and run of 31 yards as Tank Dell got loose again.
Yeah, it's man-to-man. They just run a simple mesh, and everybody gets picked off. And Bell comes around the outside, and he's got Mixon running a wheel route on the outside, and he's got Quincy Williams running on. He just blocks Williams, and that gives them another 10 yards up the hash. So where you look like they were just maybe trying to run the clock out and be, okay, we're done with this half, they got themselves already in field goal position with a chance to get closer.
Shotgun set, C.J. Stroud takes the snap, drops back, throws a bomb down the right side, hoping for Hutchinson, throws it out of the back of the end zone. Sauce Gardner in very good position on Xavier Hutchinson. 38 seconds to go in the half. It'll be 2nd down and 10 at the Jet 34-yard line for the Texans with a 7-0 lead.
Yeah, good job. Good coverage there by Sauce. I think the biggest thing here is you don't want them in the end zone. They took a shot there. Expect them to just try to get themselves a little bit closer. But again, be short tacklers. Make sure nobody misses, breaks one, and don't let anything over the top.
Again, Stroud in the shotgun. Ogunbowale to his right. 5-man rush. Pocket collapsing. Checks it down right for Ogunbowale, incomplete. 33 seconds to go in the half. 3rd down and 10 at the Jet 34-yard line. Seven 0 Houston. And they are in Fairbairn's range from here. And this is a kicker that's got 61-yard range. And he is 9 of 10 so far this season from outside of 50. So they can almost be conservative here and just count on him making a field goal. 3rd down and 10 at the Jet 34. Back to throw Stroud. Steps up in the pocket, and it collapses, and the Jets get a sack.
You got timeout here.
Solomon Thomas, who works his way back in the game out of the injury tent from earlier, in on the tackle. And Stroud is hurt.
He is.
C.J. Stroud is down.
And he's not moving.
He is down face first, and he is in some pain. They're going to roll him over on his back and now sit him up. He looked like he kind of got leg whipped.
The Houston player was injured on the play. Houston has charged their second timeout of the half. This occurred before the Jets timeout. Please reset the game clock to 27 seconds. Thank you.
So the Jets still have all 3 of their timeouts. There's 27 seconds on the clock. So they will not have a whole lot of time after the Texans attempt their field goal.
Well, you know, Ulbrich was going to call timeout there prior to the end. And the reason why, you get the sack, right, Bob? He may miss his field goal. If he misses the field goal, now you got some time in the 2 timeouts where you only need 15 yards, right, to give your kicker a chance.
Absolutely.
So, hey, the injury plays into their hands. And if he does miss this, now you got 3 timeouts with the ball where, you know, close to the 50-yard line.
He's got a long of 59 this year, and he has already this year made 9 field goals from outside of 50. And this one's going to be from about 55. Let's see where they spot it. As Stroud walks off the field with a bit of a limp. The trainers are surrounding him. It's going to be a 56-yard field goal for Kaimi Fairbairn from the left hash. 27 seconds to go in the half out of the hold of Tommy Townsend. D'Amico Ryans has a lot of faith in his kicker. And Fairbairn normally makes. Snap, placement down. Kick is on the way. Certainly has the distance, but it's no good. He missed it right.
Perfect.
It's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line.
So the Jets, with 22 seconds to go, might have an opportunity to get their brand new kicker, Riley Patterson, in range, as they have 3 timeouts and 22 seconds on the clock and the short field.
Work the middle. I mean, you got everything you want here, Bob, right? I mean, the middle of the field, there's nothing really the Texans can take away here when you have 3 timeouts. So 22 seconds and 3 timeouts is literally a light years of plays. If you can get some conversions and get a big play over the middle of the field's got to be somewhere where you got to work it. Someone's got to find a way to get open.
They need about 18 yards or so to get to where Riley Patterson's career long would be. Aaron Rodgers back to throw. Looks right, throws right. Davante Adams, a 5-yard down and out. And he is at the 49-yard line of Houston with 19 seconds to go in the half. The Jets still with all 3 timeouts. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
And again, nice 5-yard gain. But again, you got plays that you can work in the hashes here, man. Really stress the defense with your tight ends, Conklin, whoever that may be, a little bit of a crosser inside the middle to get yourself a chunk play here would be huge.
3 receivers to the left. It's Conklin, Garrett Wilson, and Mike Williams. Solo right, Davante Adams. Rodgers takes the snap. Here comes a blitz. He throws a fade ball down the right. Drops it in. Davante Adams can't hold on. That throw looked perfect. And Davante Adams had it go through his hands at the 25-yard line of the Texans.
Yeah, he runs a go route. He got one-on-one coverage. It lands in his hands. He's pulling it to his body, and it just kind of fumbles out. I'm trying to see if Stingley knocked it out, but he didn't. He just couldn't control the football. It's in his hands, and he couldn't squeeze it to his chest, Bob. I mean, it's about as good as the ball as Aaron throws today, too.
Yeah, that's a drop for Davante Adams. 15 seconds to go in the half. 3rd down and 5 at the 49-yard line of Houston. Rodgers looking at an all-out blitz. Slant right, incomplete for Davante Adams. Stingley broke it up. Now it's 4th down and 5, 12 seconds to go in the half. The Jets should go for it. It's 7-0. They have all 3 timeouts. I would think go for it here. I mean, what are you afraid of other than maybe giving the Texans a chance to throw a Hail Mary? You run a play from here, and even if it's an incompletion, the most Houston would probably have, I don't know, would be a play?
You know what?
Maybe
I think
2?
Their analytics guys got to be talking. They got some time here. They can call a timeout. He's got 3.
punt.
I mean, you know, I don't argue with that. I mean, you're 2-6, right? Might as well try to do something here. You only need 5 yards to convert it.
They're going to punt, and they're going to take a delay of game penalty before they punt. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter now if that's what they're doing.
Delay of game by the offense. 5-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
You don't have the option now. That's a tough one there, Bob. I mean, honestly, you got gift wrapped at a missed field goal. And again, you had a ball in your hands, you drop it, and you still only need 5 yards to move the sticks with 3 timeouts. Should at least gotten yourself an opportunity with a field goal.
Spiraling kick for Morstead. Will land in the end zone, which is fine with 4 seconds to go in the half. So the Texans will have a 7-0 lead at halftime, it looks like. The Jets will start the 3rd quarter with the ball. And, of course, remember that Malachi Corley rookie mistake. The Jets should have at least 6, if not 7 points on the board. That's salt in the wound here at halftime as well, as C.J. Stroud set to take a knee. Does so, and that will take us to halftime. So Dan and Greg will break it down in a moment. 7-0 Houston at the break. You are listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3, the new home for Jets.
If you want to win your fantasy football league, you need to listen to Fantasy Sports Radio.
What a play!
From start-sit decisions to waiver wire advice to injury updates, Sirius XM Channel 87 helps you win your fantasy football league. With expert advice from Jeff Mans.
Making the most moves doesn't result in the most wins.
Howard Bender.
Just because you're allowed to make a waiver move doesn't mean you have to make a waiver move.
Jeff Ratcliffe.
Don't overvalue wide receiver cornerback.
Bob Harris.
If you're in a league that doesn't have IR, go out and start looking to waiver wires for players who are about to be activated.
Adam Ronis.
Personally, I don't like trading for injured players because there's a risk of a setback.
And so much more.
You've done wonders for me through the years.
Winning strategies from the best analysts in the business are on Fantasy Sports Radio, Sirius XM 87, and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
Congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Got him swinging! That's it! It's a World Series win for LA!
The only thing harder than winning that title is defending it. Tune to MLB Network Radio for up-to-the-minute coverage of baseball's hot stove season as teams take their first steps towards the 2025 World Series on MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89, and the all-new Sirius XM app.
Ho, ho, hold up! It's Jimmy Fallon, and you're invited to my place for Christmas.
Second half, got to get something going here offensively, but they're going to have to do it with a makeshift offensive line. Simpson and Hansen out.
Figure out what to do in the passing game, because right now the Jets' passing yards is a total of 14 in the first half, and they've had 2 sacks, and they're averaging less than a yard per pass play. So that.
Including a touchdown. Stroud 4 for 18. Tank Dell leads the way in receptions, 4 for 70, but nobody else exactly setting the world on fire. They did have a 98-yard drive for the only score of this game. Aaron Rodgers on the other side, 7 of 14 for 32 yards. Jets had the ball in outstanding field position late in the first half, went 3 and out, crowd chanting, sell the team. It's that kind of year for the Jets, who have lost 5 in a row, but the Texans have to keep the heat on when the Jets get the ball first to open up the third quarter, and we will hear from D'Amico Ryans before that. 7-0 Houston as we head for the third. This is Texans Radio.
We believe in champions at Texas Children's Orthopedics. The runners, the receivers, the strikers, the dreamers. As the only children's hospital partnered with the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Medical Network, our nationally ranked team brings a caliber of care normally reserved for professional athletes to every patient. Because we champion one thing above all. You. Texas Children's. The difference is life-changing.
It starts with a simple order. A cold Dos Equis dressed with salt and lime. But for the salt clinging to the bottle and the lime perched on top, this is the luckiest of unions. As if the universe has swiped right, pairing flavors together with a crisp Dos Equis. This is refreshment designed by fate, blessed by destiny, and served by bartenders. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2024 Dos Equis, imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Right now, for a limited time, get 1.99% APR for 60 months on the Hyundai Tucson or Tucson Hybrid. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end October 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
H-Town, we need you. C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson Jr., Tank Dell, and the rest of your Houston Texans will take on the Detroit Lions in an epic Sunday night football matchup on November 10th at 7:20 p.m. Whether you're watching at home or in the stands of NRG Stadium, let's show the Lions what Houston is made of and all wear battle red gear to match the new player uniforms. Get loud and wear red. Drive to our team shop at NRG Stadium and pick up your battle red gear today. Go to HoustonTexans.com/shop for directions and spread the word.
Third quarter about to start here at the Meadowlands. The Texans up 7-0. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Texans Radio.
And the SiriusXM app.
With the Texans up 7-0, entering the third, let's check in with John Harris, who has D'Amico Ryans, brought to you by Amegy Bank, the official business bank of the Houston Texans. Gentlemen.
Coach, 98-yard drive when you needed it. How big was that one?
Oh, it was huge. All right, man.
for us to get that explosive. We've been looking for it. Tank showed up big time for us. Joe's been doing a great job running the ball. Just got to stay with it.
Defensively, you're getting after him. What's working?
Yeah, it's the coverage. That's what's working. The way our guys are covering, Stingley, Lassiter, everybody, right? They're covering the right way. Our guys are getting pressure up the middle. They're doing an outstanding job playing really good defense.
Coach, I appreciate it. Best of luck.
All right, thanks, John.
John Harris and D'Amico Ryans. The D'Amico Ryans show will be at its normal time Monday at 5 next week, and that'll be the Detroit week, but we've got business to tend to tonight. Texans up 7-0, third quarter, second half tune-up. Brought to you by Hyundai, the official car of the Houston Texans. Dre, what are we thinking here entering the third?
Keep this running game going, and what D'Amico said, hey, stay in tight coverage, continue to own the line of scrimmage with the D-line.
Two men back deep for the New York Jets, and one of them, Isaiah Davis, the other, Xavier Gibson. Here's Fairbairn, deep drive, looking for the touchback and getting it 5 yards deep in the end zone.
What are your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers?
Right now?
Yes.
I think my classic rock singer analogy is pretty good. Classic rock band, they just don't sound quite the same. They can try to play the hits and maybe enjoy some of it, but I don't think they're enjoying the 5-game losing streak. The analogy might be pretty bad after all.
Could you ever have imagined, though, that the Jets have, they're staring 6 games in a row, 6 losses in a row with Aaron Rodgers as quarterback?
Got a long way to go. We'll hope for the best here. Rodgers in the gun. First down, Jets at their 30. Rodgers hands off to Breece Hall running left, and he gets chopped down by Lassiter at the 35. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Well, not only is he playing tight coverage, coming up in run support as well from the outside in. And Breece Hall's not an easy running back to tackle at 5'11", close to 220 pounds.
From the 35-yard line. Jets in black, Texans in Liberty white. Mike Williams out to the short side left. Bunch formation right. Rodgers in the gun. Breece Hall to his right on 2nd and 5 from the New York 35. Rodgers hands off to Hall again. Why not? And he takes it close to the 40-yard line near a first down as Settle and friends got in on Breece Hall. He's just short of a first down. So 2 handoffs and 3rd and short for the Jets to open the third quarter. 7-0 Houston here at the Meadowlands. Gorgeous night, unseasonably warm.
Breece Hall stepped off the field walking a little gingerly after those 2 carries.
3rd and less than a yard across the New York 39-yard line. Rodgers with an eye next to him. And Conklin, the fullback, looking at Rodgers for extra instruction. On 3rd and short, Rodgers takes the snap, tosses it out to Braylon Allen, who redirects inside to get the first down just across the numbers as he was going to the outside. He gets it up to the 42-yard line, 43. Let's see where they mark it. So a first down on 3 runs for New York.
Yeah, and if Eric Murray makes contact, I think Allen is down behind the line of scrimmage. Was kind of surprised with the play call, but it looked as though Eric Murray was going to make that tackle in the backfield, and Allen made him miss on his way to a first down.
First down across the Jets 42. Rodgers shotgun. Allen next to him. Bunch formation wide side right. Here's the give to Allen running left. He squeaks through a hole, and he's gang tackled across the 47, 48-yard line. A good run there by Allen. Rookie from Wisconsin.
Youngest rookie, or youngest player drafted in the 2024 draft.
He was 20 years old.
Yeah, just 20 years old.
Wow.
When he was drafted. In New York, of all places.
Yep. 2nd down. He can't even drink in New York. 2nd down and 4 from the Jets' 48-yard line. Pistol set, Allen and Rodgers. Might have found something here with Allen as Rodgers throws quickly here to Garrett Wilson, right side, has a little room along the sideline, and Petrie escorts him out of bounds at the 45-yard line after he picks up a first down. Crowd wanted a flag, won't get it. So the second first down of this drive for the New York Jets.
Yeah, they finally find number 5, Garrett Wilson, and just to try to get the ball into his hands. And Petrie has drawn that assignment. That's a tough ask for anybody, let alone Petrie.
Yeah, Petrie, the safety, and nickel. First down, Jets across the Houston 45-yard line, empty backfield for Aaron Rodgers. 4-man front for Houston. Here's Rodgers, extra defender coming in on the rush, and Rodgers has his jersey grabbed as he throws errantly to the left side, incomplete. Yes, Neville Hewitt, former Jet, doing some business against his former team, 2nd and 10.
He has played some outstanding football in the last couple of weeks in the absence of Azeez Al-Shaair. Had an interception last week and almost had him a fumble recovery for a touchdown tonight.
Yep. 2nd down and a long, well, just 2nd and 10 here. Across the 45-yard line. After an empty backfield, here's Braylon Allen motioning in next to Rodgers. 2nd and 10 across the Houston 45. Rodgers throws quickly. Adams running left, has the first down, left sideline, dragged down by Kalen Bullock. So Adams, after Rodgers had the play fake, takes it 13 yards to the Houston 32-yard line.
All of a sudden, here come the Jets.
Yep.
I mean, they get the ship righted. The ball's getting into the hands of playmakers like Adams, and Breece Hall started this whole thing. He's back on the field for Braylon Allen.
At the Houston 32, 1st and 10. Breece Hall back in. 3 receivers wide side right. Rodgers shotgun. Rodgers, late handoff. Breece Hall straight ahead 30 and knocked down at the 25-yard line. 7-yard pickup for Breece Hall as Neville Hewitt got in there, and also getting up off the bottom of the pile, Jalen Petrie. Who else? 2nd down and 3.
That's the last thing you want to see when they're running the football. You want defensive linemen making those plays and not linebackers and secondary players.
2nd and 3 at the Houston 25. Rodgers in the gun. Hall to his left. Fatukasi in the middle of that Texans defense. Rodgers with a long count takes the snap. Looking, firing underneath it. He's got his man across the 20-yard line for a first down. Mike Williams rather. Wilson and Williams. Mike Williams with the reception, corralled there. And the Jets move the sticks again. Next snap is the 10th play of this drive.
It's the best drive they've had since Corley dropped the ball outside the goal line.
Petrie had the tackle. And Jets have a first down at the 19-yard line of Houston.
He's in the game, Mark, in the slot to the right of Aaron Rodgers.
Stacked up with Adams. First down at the Houston 19. Rodgers under center with Breece Hall in the backfield. Here's Corley in motion. Handoff, Hall running left.
Nice.
Tripped up, TFL. Settle and Autry got in the backfield in a big hurry. That's at least 2 or 3 yards on the loss.
I think it was Settle. He got tremendous penetration. Boy, has he been a good addition to this team.
Just blowing things up. He has 4 sacks on the year. Played in this stadium before as a Buffalo Bill. Ball moved back to the 21-yard line.
He had 9 coming in for his career. 4 to get him to 13 this season. Excuse me, it's 13, and then you add another couple here. He's done a nice job.
2nd and 12. Here's Rodgers under pressure, throws left side, one-handed grab. Garrett Wilson across the 10-5 touchdown.
That is that's exactly why I have been harping on that matchup before halftime 2 times in a row, and I'm sure Garrett Wilson gave Aaron Rodgers an earful in the locker room, and they come back. They continue to put Petrie on him in the slot. That is not a matchup that's favorable for the Texans.
Jets get on the board. Opening drive, 3rd quarter. Changing the game. Extra point on the way by Patterson. Left hash mark, 33 yards out. The new kicker. Snaps it down. The kick is up. Off the upright, but it goes in. We've seen that back-to-back games.
Wow.
The Colts did it. The Jets do it. Off the upright and through. 9:03 to go in the 3rd. It's 7-7. Houston touches the ball for the first time in the second half. Next, this is Texans Radio.
It's always football season in Texas, and Reliant is bringing the energy, powering game day for the Houston Texans and Texans fans across the Lone Star State. Reliant is the only energy provider trusted by the Houston Texans to power every electric moment for the fans in the stands or on the couch this season and beyond. Reliant, proud to be the official energy provider of your Houston Texans.
Reliant, PUCT number 10007.
After the end of a good fight, you deserve an ice-cold reward.
Modelo, the mark of a fighter. You've earned this rich golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste. Because you know, the bigger the fight, the better the reward. You put in the hours, the energy, the tough labor. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
As the official ticket marketplace of the Houston Texans and the NFL, Ticketmaster has a wide selection of tickets available for every game. Whether you're cheering on the Texans at home or away, Ticketmaster has you covered. With Ticketmaster's interactive seat map, you'll get a 360-degree preview of your seat so you can make sure you have the best view of those pivotal plays. Plus, the Ticketmaster app makes it easy to sell or transfer tickets if your plans change. And mobile tickets make getting in on game day a breeze. Find tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Houston Texans.
21-yard touchdown pass to Garrett Wilson has the Jets on the board. Opening drive of the third quarter. 70 yards. Great to have you listening to Texans football all across the Lone Star State and beyond. Brought to you by Mustang Cat, building Texas, powering the world. So that makes it a 7-7 game with the Texans about to get the ball for the first time in the third quarter. 9:03 to go. Let's go down to the field and check in with John Harris. Johnny.
Guys, in that drive, Will Anderson was not out there. He's questionable with the ankle. I did not see him on the sideline after halftime. He's one of the first guys I look for. Didn't see him. So I don't know how much we'll see Will Anderson the rest of this game. He is questionable with an ankle.
Okay. We'll keep you posted. Dare Ogunbowale and Steven Sims back deep. Jets will kick off with Riley Patterson, who just made that extra point, barely doinking it off the upright. Fireman Ed trying to fire up the crowd here, and they're back into it. 7-7 game. Texans about to get the rock with C.J. Stroud and Joe Mixon. Mixon almost at 100 yards for the fourth consecutive game. Kickoff. It's going to be short. And here's Sims at the goal line, right side, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, cutting left, trying to get out of jail, and a face mask, and it's called, it appears, as the tackle is made by the tight end, Kenny Yeboah, who's just activated today from IR. So we'll see if they saw that one correctly and give the Texans an extra 15.
I think that's exactly what's getting ready to be.
During the return, personal foul face mask by the kicking team, number 88. 15 yards will be added to the end of the play. It's first down.
That's a beautiful thing with the extra 15. Laramie Tunsil back in the game, by the way.
This is when I would go up top to Tank Dell. Formation him to a side that you feel like is favorable. And I might go to the side of DJ Reed because he's been in and out of this game with an injury.
Can you protect long enough to do it? Stroud in the gun, one back Mixon, first down Texans at their 44-yard line. Mechie in a bunch right side. Here's Stroud taking the snap. There's instant pressure. CJ winds around to the left side and runs out of bounds across the 46-yard line. He picks up about 3. So Stroud had to get out of the way of a defender rushing in, and let's see. Laramie got taken to the inside by Will McDonald, and CJ went to the outside to get something positive out of it.
We'll take, 3 yards on first down as you approach midfield, and then 2 times of that, and then you make a decision on fourth down.
That was a nice spin move by McDonald. 2nd and 7 from the Houston 47. Stroud under center. Dell in motion to the right. Handoff Mixon. Cutting left after starting right. Takes on a man and takes it down close to a first down. What a run by Joe Mixon. It creates a 3rd and short situation as he started right, cut left, and he took on DJ Reed and made him pay the price. 3rd and short. CJ sprints out to the right. He's going to run for the first down. 45 and runs out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Wise decision there. 7-yard scamper for Stroud. First down at the 40 of the Jets in a 7-7 game midway through the third.
This O-line situation, Mark, has got to be fixed. Cannot have C.J. Stroud running as much as he's running tonight.
Yeah, it is too much. And remember, he was shaken up at the end of the first half. That looked shaky at best. But he's out there making plays. Mixon right next to CJ in the backfield. 2 receivers wide side left. First down at the New York 40. Stroud looks it over. Handoff Mixon. To the first wave, it's J.J. Taylor, rather, and he's tripped up across the 35. Let's see where they mark him. At the 32-yard line. As I saw the 2 on the back, and Taylor takes it to the left and takes it for about 8.
He's got some speed now.
Very nice. Ball just inside the 32-yard line. 6:45 to go in the third. Texans already in range for Fairbairn.
Nice response to the Jets drive.
Second down and a long one across the Jet 32. Stroud under center. Here's the handoff. And here's J.J. over left guard, pounding his way inside the 25-yard line to the 24. First down run, J.J. Taylor up from the practice squad and up into Jets country for a first down, and extra pushing and shoving afterwards.
Well,
they break it up.
Reed is going to get a complex. J.J., first it was Mixon that ran over him, and then he got repelled there by J.J. Taylor.
Joe Mixon checks back into the game. He says, I want some of this daylight. 24-yard line spot. First and 10 Texans. Mixon in the game. CJ under center. CJ bootlegs out to the right. There's pressure. He throws it right side and too high for Tank.
Just off the outstretched hands.
He might run to the end zone, Trey.
Yeah. He's going full speed to try to get separation. So I don't know if he'd have been able to stop and turn himself up the field, but been nice to see.
This is one of those games that passing wise might not look great on the stat sheet, but you'll take it any which way you can get it. Rushing, they're doing a fine job overall. Stroud 28 yards, Taylor 16, and Mixon 97. He's in the backfield. Second and 10 at the Jet 24-yard line. Bunch formation left. Stroud under center. Sends Dell in motion to the right. CJ feeds Mixon, trying to hop to his right after starting left, but he's blown up quickly here by Quincy Williams, who forces the TFL, and it's third and long.
But, I mean, just tremendous penetration by Javon Kinlaw. He just basically blows the play up. Gets inside of Shaq Mason, and that forces a cutback by Mixon, and there's nowhere to go.
Williams got their second wave. Kinlaw got there first, and now it's third down. Third down and 11 at the New York 25-yard line. Stroud, shotgun. Daria Gunbowale to his left. Mechie motions out wide right. CJ calls for the ball. Here's the blitz. Stroud under pressure. CJ working around. He's going to lose yardage back to the 36 as he is sacked and had nowhere to go. Sherwood brings them down, and again a long sack in a third down situation, the 5th sack of the game for the Jets, and this pushes the field goal attempt way deep back to the 54-yard range.
The one thing CJ's going to have to do, and I mean Laramie took to school then, is on third downs when you're in field goal range, go ahead and throw the ball away and not lose the yardage. So make this a tough field goal.
Here's the spot for Fairbairn's 54-yard drive. It has the distance. It's good. Fairbairn knocks it through. Got out the 1-iron and put it through the uprights.
A damn good golf game.
4:11 to go in the third. Texans retake the lead 10-7 against the New York Jets at the Meadowlands. We'll be back after this message from your local station.
Touchdown, Houston!
Texans fans, get more of the great content you crave right now on the Sirius XM app. Just search Houston Texans on the app and tap the favorite star. You not only hear the game with your hometown announcers, but you'll also get access to the pre- and post-game shows. And come back during the week for extra Texans content, including coach and player press conferences, special team-specific shows, interviews, and much more. It's all on the Sirius XM app. Download it and search Houston Texans today.
Don't miss a new episode this week of Forward Progress, a conversation on race and sports in America with Jason Jackson and Kirk Morrison.
Nick Bosa kind of leaned in and he pointed with both fingers to the hat. And so I had to tell myself, what if that had been another athlete that had a Black Lives Matter
Forward Progress.
Sports Grid Radio on Sirius XM has you covered this NFL season.
The young gunslinger in Texas, C.J. Stroud, takes his Texans into New York against the new-look Jets to open Week 9 on Thursday Night Football. The Texans opened as 3-point favorites over the Jets with a total of 45. Make sure you tune into Sports Grid Radio to stay up to date on all the latest.
The place to get the winning edge over the sports books this football season is Sports Grid Radio. Channel 159 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
You're listening to the NFL.
Touchdown, Houston.
On Sirius XM.
Scoring drives are brought to you by your Houston area Ford dealers. Ford is the best in Texas, and Fairbairn is the best in the NFL. He knocks in a 54-yard field goal. He's 10 for 12 from beyond 50 this year. The Texans are back in front of the New York Jets, 10-7, 4:11 to go in the third quarter. That's the good news. The bad news is the last time the Jets touched the ball, they went 70 yards for an equalizing score. Now the Texans have a 3-point edge, trying to hang on and get the rock back. Let's go back to the sideline and check in with John Harris.
You guys, a little bit of good news. Will Anderson is behind me doing some workouts. Don't know if that's going to get him on the field, but he is down here on the sideline, and that is actually a good thing, because on that last drive, they had to blitz to get pressure, and they just missed getting to Rodgers. But that was just enough time for Rodgers to find Garrett Wilson. So hopefully Will can get back on the field here in a little bit.
Davis and Gibson back deep for the Jets. Fairbairn about to kick off, and he's going to fire it deep for the touchback. This quarter is brought to you by CDW, people who get it, by Texas Children's, teaming up with the Houston Texans to encourage kids to play 60 every day, and by Victory Live, connecting the world of live experiences. 4:11 to play in the third. 10-7 Houston. Jets with the ball at their 30-yard line following the touchback. Houston in all Liberty White tonight. Falicasi checks in. Falarunzo for Jalen Petrie. Thought he might have to be out there with this formation. They make the substitution. Jets with an offset eye and a pistol for Aaron Rodgers from their 30, 1st and 10. Rodgers fakes the give, steps out to his right, throws, and too far, apparently, for Garrett Wilson cutting across. Looked like they might have had that opportunity. Incomplete in 2nd and 10.
I mean, he just throws his arms in disgust. And I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers. When it's him who's throwing the football, the guy's wide open with a safety, a rookie safety on him, and yet you're ticked because he doesn't make the catch. It's not an easy catch when you throw it a mile wide of the receiver.
Yeah, had some heat on it.
It did.
2nd down and 10. Jets from their 30. Rodgers shotgun. Here's the snap. 4-man rush. He sets up the screen to Breece Hall. Gets by the first tackler in the second. 35-40 and rolled down at the 43-yard line. No, he maintains his balance and ends up at the 49-yard line. Stingley goes over there to try to help, and it's a 19-yard gain after all. Yeah, and let's see who missed early.
He rolled over the top of Bullock, I think.
Yeah, Henry tried to get him on the outside, and Hall was able to angle inside.
Henry's got to come up and under control a little bit better, and it was
43-yard line. It's 1st down.
He rolled over the top of and then got right back up.
Excellent. Oh, they're going to mark him down, though, back at the 43. Down. Okay. Replay assist.
It was not.
His right elbow might have touched as he was rolling over Eric Murray and friends. All right, so it's a 1st down anyway, 13-yard pickup. We have 3:20 to go in the third quarter. The Jets trying to take the lead on this drive. 1st down from their 43, toss to Hall. Right side run and through a hole and finally wrestled down at the 48-yard line by Neville Hewitt after a 4-yard gain.
Don't like how they're able to.
On at the Jets, so 2nd and 6 for New York near midfield with 3 minutes to go in the third. They trail by 3.
A huge collision by the right tackle, Morgan Moses. He pulls around and blocks To'o there. Again, To'o missed last week. He's the team's leading tackle. You got to get a hat on him. It's a nice job sparking that run.
Braylon Allen to Rodgers left in the shotgun. He takes the handoff, goes right up the gut. And bowling balls his way to about midfield for a gain of 2.5 to 3. Another tackle for the old Jet, Neville Hewitt. So Could be third down on a long 3, close to 4, just across the Jets' 49-yard line.
You know, sometimes these situations, Bob, you might say, hey, you know what, you got 2 here. You know, the ball's just behind the 50. Sometimes that may not start till you get to the 50 or in. But, hey, you know, this is an opportunity, something to think about, maybe to change it up and be aggressive and potentially go for 2 plays if you don't get it.
Some piece of equipment was thrown back to the officials. Play clock down to 5 as Rodgers in the shotgun, set for the snap. Takes the snap, drops back, screen out to the left, caught by Garrett Wilson. He's going to be short. Didn't get the block he needed from Mike Williams. It's going to be 4th down and 2.
Yeah, I mean,
Petrie makes the stop just inside the 49-yard line of the Texans. The Jet offense stays out.
Yeah, I think, you know, in the minds of you got anything positive there and it got close. Make sure you got a good play, though. Make sure you get set up properly and get your best 2-yard play.
Rodgers ready for the shotgun snap. Braylon Allen to his left. 4th down and a long one close to 2 inside the 49 of Houston. Play clock at 10. Allen moves from the left to the right of Rodgers. Play clock at 5. Rodgers takes the snap, drops the throw, looks left, throws left, drops it in. Davante Adams, first down, inside the 35, down to the 32-yard line of Houston. Adams is hurt.
Yeah.
He got cut down and tumbled out of bounds, and he's not getting up. Davante Adams is hurt. And he is immediately surrounded on the Jet sideline.
Thank you.
Injury timeout, 1:05 to go, third quarter. Houston 10, the Jets 7. The Jets with a 4th down conversion to Davante Adams, but he is injured. We'll step aside. You're listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3, the new home for Jets.
Nobody brings you the excitement of Formula One racing like Sirius XM. Let's go, come on. Hear every thrilling lap of a worldwide championship chase.
Verstappen takes the lead of the Grand Prix, and Hamilton couldn't hold him off.
Plus comprehensive pre- and post-race coverage.
That race, that was the best race I've ever seen.
The 2024 season rolls on Sunday at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Our live coverage begins at 11 a.m. Eastern with Lights Out Racing at noon Eastern on ESPN Extra, Channel 81, and the all-new Sirius XM app.
If you like yacht rock, you're gonna love Yacht Soul. Full and funky Yacht Soul. Football League.
They give Mahomes time for the end zone. He throws and it's caught. Touchdown!
Like Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88. Our team of former players, coaches, and front office executives like Pat Kerwin, Jim Miller, Rich Gannon, Alex Smith, and Hall of Famer Bill Polian brings you closer to the game. If it's happening, we are there. Live from the Scouting Combine in March to the draft in April. And in the summer, Sirius XM NFL Radio takes you to all 32 training camps. We connect you with the history of the game on stage for Hall of Fame weekend. Hear all the primetime play-by-play action from opening night through the Super Bowl.
Spectacular in every way. Confetti flying in the air.
Your 24/7 home for the NFL all year long. Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
Where real fans live forever. Injured? Hire Morgan & Morgan. Proud partner of the New York Jets. Visit forthepeople.com or dial #law. Morgan & Morgan for the people. Well, right now, Davante Adams is injured. 137 consecutive games with at least one catch, the 4th longest active streak in the NFL. And his last, a 4th down conversion to keep the drive alive. But he's in the injury tent as we speak. 1st and 10 Jets at the 31 of the Texans. Rodgers, play action, tries to set up a middle screen, knocked down. He wanted Breece Hall, and the rush came through. Tim Settle put the pressure on him, may have gotten a hand on the football. It didn't look like Davante Adams was that shaken up. I mean, maybe it's a head injury. I don't know. That was when DJ Reed went off the field and didn't look that shaken up earlier. It was a concussion protocol moment. He came back eventually, and Davante Adams right now is in the blue tent behind the Jet bench. So Xavier Gibson in the slot right, wide right Garrett Wilson, wide left Mike Williams. Rodgers, 2nd and 10, 31-yard line of Houston, drops back, looks right, throws right, on time. An out at the 22-yard line, timing route to Garrett Wilson. Boy, he turned around and the ball was right in his chest for a gain of 7.
Yeah, nice job. And again, he's kind of the hot hand right now. He's catching everything, just short of sticks. Just a quick thing as I look here, Olufashinu is in at right guard. So, that's a new spot for him moving down as there's another injury up front.
Now, the Jets have mixed and matched on the offensive line tonight as necessary. Rodgers in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Handoff. Breece Hall runs right, breaks a tackle. Trying to fight his way for a first down. He's close. It looks like he's short by about a yard. It is 4th down. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. So the Jets down 3, well within field goal range here. They could opt to tie the game. It's 4th down and about 1 at the 22-yard line of the Texans. And let's see if they bring Braylon Allen in to start the 4th quarter when we come back. You are listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3, the new home.
It's time to get hyped for the NBA season on Sirius XM.
3 for the win!
From a father-son duo in LA,
LeBron James and Bronny James,
to the Celtics defending their title.
It is banner 18.
You'll hear every game on your radio and the hometown announcers on the Sirius XM app.
Doncic will shoot a 3 and hit it!
And stay on point with all the biggest stories in the association on Sirius XM NBA Radio, Channel 86.
I'm Bruce Murray.
And I'm Rich Gannon.
Join us Friday, noon Eastern time on the Sirius XM Blitz. We'll recap Texans Jets from Thursday Night Football to kick off Week 9. And, of course, I have to ask Rich what candy he handed out on Halloween.
Bruce, I'm from Pennsylvania. Of course, Hershey bars. Plus, we'll get you ready for Falcons, Cowboys, Broncos, Ravens, Lions, Packers, and discuss the latest news around the league with the trade deadline looming next Tuesday.
So don't miss the Sirius XM Blitz with me and Rich Gannon. Friday, noon Eastern time on Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88, and the all-new Sirius XM app.
Hey Jets fans, Jermaine Johnson here. I love my 2 dogs, Apollo and Maximus. We know your pet is your family's MVP, so keep them happy, healthy, and in the game with MetLife Pet Insurance. Fetch your free quote at MetLifePetInsurance.com/Jets, and MetLife will donate $5 to St. Hubert's to help pets in need have a winning season.
Promotional period ends December 31st, 2024. Donation max is $10,000 to St. Hubert's. Covered issued by Metropolitan General Insurance Company, MetGen of RI, and Independence American Insurance Company, IAIC of DE.
Because growing a business keeps you on the go. We've got your bank. Because a steady cash flow is the lifeblood of your bottom line. We've got your bank. Because your workday simply doesn't stop at 5 o'clock. We've got your bank. Dime Community Bank gives you the digital tools you need to simplify your business banking. Even deposit checks. Anytime from anywhere. And we back our technology with a team that's always there, wherever business takes you. Visit Dime.com to learn more. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Jets fans, secure your seats now to see the green and white take on the Colts. The annual Salute to Service game at MetLife Stadium November 17th, presented by JetBlue. Right now scheduled to be a Sunday night game under the lights with complimentary LED wristbands courtesy of JetBlue upon entry at the epic in-stadium light show. Limited single-game tickets are available at nyjets.com/tickets. Lock in your tickets now and get ready to experience the energy of Jet Game Day. Big play to start the 4th quarter. Jets down by 3, and their offense is on the field, 4th down and about a yard and a half just outside the Texans' 22-yard line. They're going to go for it, trailing by 3, and they've got Braylon Allen in the game, and they're going to line up in the pistol. They have a 4th down conversion on this drive already. Aaron Rodgers set to take the snap. Conklin in motion. He's going to throw. Drops back. Looks left. Under pressure. Avoids a sack. Heaves one right. And it's going to be dropped. A flag thrown.
Illegal
he could have had an interception.
Maybe. Yeah.
Down at about the 5-yard line. It was dropped by Neville Hewitt. A flag thrown at the 15-yard line. And you think that was
It may be
a man downfield.
It may be. There was some guys down the field there. Again, 1 yard, Braylon Allen. It's got to be a sure thing. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out the way they want, but see what they call.
Before the quarterback left the pocket, illegal contact, defense number 24. It's a 5-yard penalty, an automatic first down.
So the Jets get a 5-yard penalty on 4th down and short, courtesy of the Houston defense for their second 4th down conversion to keep this drive alive. And they've got a first down in the red zone presented by the New York Lottery.
And it's Stingley versus Mike Williams, I guess, off the line of scrimmage, but you got to make them pay. Jets offense has to make them pay now for that mistake they made and score a touchdown.
Conklin in motion left to right. Pistol formation. Breece Hall, the tailback. Rodgers takes the snap. Play action. Rolling to his right. Throws right flat. Caught. Rucker. He's got about 5, maybe 6 yards. Down to the 12. Wrapped up by To'o. It'll be second down and about 5 at the 13-yard line of Houston. Let's go to Caroline.
Bob, 2 injury updates for you. Michael Carter II is questionable to return with a back injury, and Davante Adams is being evaluated for a concussion.
So there is the evaluation for Davante Adams, similar to DJ Reed earlier.
Yeah.
He was able to pop up and go to the injury tent, and that explains why. So the Jets right now playing without Davante Adams and playing with a makeshift offensive line as well. Rodgers takes the snap, screen left, caught, nowhere to go for Conklin. He gets wrapped up and driven back. He lost 3. The Jets offensive line right now, Anthony, if I'm looking out and seeing what I'm seeing, they've got 4 tackles and Joe Tippmann at center.
Timeout for injury.
And now we've got an injured player for Houston defensively. Jalen Petrie, their nickel corner, is hurt. That just goes to show you how the injuries for the Jets have piled up at guard. They're out of guards.
Yeah.
And they've lost so many to injury that they've got Max Mitchell and Olu Fashanu in there doing the best they can next to Morgan Moses and Tyron Smith, as they're playing all their tackles on the offensive line. And you wonder how many snaps could Olu Fashanu and Max Mitchell have practiced at guard, which is a totally different position, footwork, responsibilities, plays, and I guess they're doing the best they can, and you just have to play with the guys you have.
Yeah, give them credit. I mean,
yes.
Yeah, sometimes your reps only week of getting those reps are visually, right? You're watching the starters do it. So, Fashanu is a very smart player. Max Mitchell, again, hey, you got to be ready. If you're going to dress, you got to play all the positions, obviously, except center. And they've done a really nice job of it. And again, it's the 12th play of the drive. It's a long drive. Jets, again, nice play there, but need to find a way here after that loss of yardage on second down to put a dent in the defense here if they can.
So the Jets trying to keep the drive alive. 3rd down and 9 in the red zone at the 17 of the Texans. Back to throw is Rodgers. Well protected, steps up in the pocket, scrambles forward, flag down. He's down inside the 5. He's got a first down scramble. It's 1st and goal if the play stands, but there's a flag thrown at the line of scrimmage. It's coming back.
And you get the one play holding with his legs.
Offense number 74. 10-yard penalty, replay 3rd down.
So the rookie Olu Fashanu is called for holding. Again, trying to play guard and pass protect.
Yeah, he's got a good set on him. His hands are inside. As Settles tries to release, he almost dives back to act like he was getting tossed back. To me, I don't know. Your hands are inside. He just throws his body back. It can look very deceiving to an official. I'll give him credit for the acting job, but to me, it's a pretty solid block by the right guard in fashion.
So now it's 3rd and 19, back outside the red zone. 3 receivers right, Garrett Wilson solo left, Rodgers in the shotgun. Takes the snap, 4-man rush. Lobs one left, into the end zone for Garrett Wilson. One-handed catch, incredible! Did he get 2 feet down? He did not, out of the back of the end zone. They say incomplete. 2 officials getting together. They're going to make sure. Garrett Wilson thought he toe tapped for a touchdown.
Incomplete pass, 4th down.
We'll take another look. He made an incredible catch.
Wow.
One foot down.
Something.
His knee may have hit before his hand did.
His shin or his body part there.
It is very close.
His shin.
That is an incredible catch by Garrett Wilson.
The pass is incomplete and the play clock is running.
Got to challenge it, right? Got to challenge it, right? You got to challenge it. There it is.
The challenge flag thrown from the Jets sideline by Coach Ulbricht.
That's a touchdown. Listen, the only way I can describe this is think of the Michael Jordan emblem. That's what Garrett Wilson looked like catching this football.
An incomplete pass is being challenged by New York. Timeout.
Does he have control all the way down? It looks like the ball never moves.
I think he did. If this is a Jet touchdown, it is going to be an all-time catch by Garrett Wilson. As the challenge flag has been thrown. And this is a field review brought to you by the members and contractors of Local 825, operating engineers like 825, building our future. We'll have the result when we come back. You're listening to the New York Jets Radio Network on Q104.
This week on Let's Go with Bill Belichick, Max Crosby, Peter King, and me, Jim Gray.
With Jared Goff and Bill Belichick, Coach, what do you see in the evolution of Jared's game?
Accuracy and decision-making. I mean, that's really what quarterbacking is.
Those guys protect me. Those guys run great routes. I'm delivering it on time and accurately, and I'm just trying to play disciplined football, and I think I have. And guys are making catches, and things have been good these past few weeks.
Listen to the extended version of Let's Go, now available exclusively on the all-new SiriusXM app.
Each year, Eddie Vedder handpicks some of his favorite artists to join him at his Ohana Music Festival on the beach in Dana Point, California.
Are you ready, Ohana?
Hear this year's most unforgettable moments.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just saw Devo.
Featuring 2 nights of is how they've responded to adversity. Get instant reaction, live interviews, and press conference audio.
Now your favorite team's broadcast includes their pre- and post-game shows all season long on the SiriusXM app.
All 32 team channels are also available in vehicles equipped with SiriusXM 360L radios.
To win your fantasy football league, you need to be one step ahead of the competition. And at SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio, we're giving you the edge you need to take home the trophy.
There are no tight ends that you can count on. We will tell you who to start.
Our experts are doling out start-sit advice, waiver pickups, and so much more to help you win a championship.
Just because you're allowed to make a waiver move doesn't mean you have to make a waiver move.
Listen right now on Channel 87 in the car and on the all-new SiriusXM app.
It is a touchdown.
Well, you may have heard the ruling. Just as we come back, what you are certainly hearing in the background is MetLife Stadium coming apart at the seams and celebrating an incredible touchdown catch by Garrett Wilson as he got the shin down in the back of the end zone. He makes his second one-handed touchdown catch of the night, and the Jets have the lead.
I mean, just one of the sickest catches I've ever seen in years. I mean, it's going to be a highlight for the ages.
Patterson for the point after. The snap, the placement down. The kick is on the way. Good. Down the middle. 12:54 to go, fourth quarter. The Jets 14. The Texans 10. And that scoring drive brought to you by Hyundai. Get away with a great deal only at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit HyundaiUSA.com today. Wow. Well, they just keep showing this replay over and over again on the big board here. I'm not sure how many times you can show it. You can't show it enough.
It really. I mean, it looks like the Jordan emblem, honestly, when he's up in the air and bringing it to his body. The control. I think the biggest part about this, Bob, is finishing and holding that ball so it doesn't, when it hits the ground with your body on the ball, controlling it all the way down. Unbelievable. I mean, the kid's got to stick him on his hands today, so anything in his area, he's going to pull it in.
Rookie mistake? Maybe you just need a Snickers this football season. Enter for a chance to turn those rookie mistakes into prizes. Visit Snickers.com/rookie mistake for details. Snickers, the official sponsor of the NFL. Patterson, end-over-end kick, down to the goal line. Sims to bring it back. Out to the 10 to the 20. Hammered down at the 25-yard line. Irvin Charles made the stop. Well, now the Jets have a fourth quarter lead. And now, Anthony, it's about finishing. To break a 5-game losing streak and try and breathe a little life back into their season.
Well, it's brought energy to the crowd. You see towels flying from the players on the sideline. Clearly, that's a game-changing play emotionally and obviously in the scoreboard.
C.J. Stroud under center. Joe Mixon the lone setback. Play action. Stroud bootleg out to the left. Plenty of running room. He's going to heave one down the sideline instead. Diving catch is made all the way down inside the Jet 20-yard line. Sliding on his back is Tank Dell. They'll mark him down at the Jet 24.
I mean, it was just a heavy play action to the right. You got DJ Reed covering Dell all the way down the sideline. I'm shocked, actually, Stroud didn't run the ball there, but he just stayed with it, running to his left, or just a tough throw, and just able to get separation. Dell did on DJ Reed.
A 50-yard completion. First and 10 at the Jet 24-yard line in a 4-point game. Handoff Mixon, running right, breaks a tackle behind the line, and gets gang tackled at about the 23, maybe the 22-yard line. Eventually, Quincy Williams got there to help bring him down. 11:48 to go, fourth quarter.
And outside of that 50-yard pass, I mean, it's been a struggle for CJ to get some plays down the field today.
Quick snap, handoff, blasting up the middle. It was J.J. Taylor into the red zone. Kendall Sheffield came up to make the stop. We got another Jet injury.
Timeout for injury.
And getting immediately helped up Isaiah Oliver. But he was down. They had to stop the game. Jet trainers are out. So he will head to the sideline. $11:18 to go, fourth quarter. Jets 14, Texans 10. Third down and a yard and a half. Just outside the Jet 15-yard line. Joe Mixon working on a 98-yard night. To the left of Stroud in the shotgun. 3 receivers left. Schultz motions left to right across the ball. Stroud, shotgun snap, play action, dropping to throw, scanning the field, under pressure, spins out, rolls left at the 20, at the 15, chased out by Sherwood. Where will they mark him out? I think he got the first down. Let's see, did he step out at the 15?
Runner short of the line to gain his fourth down.
Stroud thought he got there. The officials say no. He's a half yard short. Fourth down just inside the 15. And the Texans will go for it. They will bring in extra tight ends. The Jets will beef up on defense as well. Now will replay get involved?
Medical timeout.
And I'm not sure for who. That could be the concussion spotter. It is for Isaiah Oliver. They are taking Isaiah Oliver off the field. 10.5 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Jets have a 14-10 lead. And it is fourth down and a half yard just inside the Jet 15-yard line. Mixon, the lone setback. 3 tight ends. Stroud under center. Stroud takes the snap. Handoff Mixon, running right. First down. He cut it back to the left. Quincy Williams brought him down, but he got to about the 13-yard line. So a first down in the red zone, a fourth down conversion for Houston.
And Kinlaw got really good penetration there, but Mixon's able to just kind of bounce it outside. And when he meets Quincy Williams, he's already falling forward for the first down.
Mixon, again the lone setback. Again under center, it's Stroud. Takes the snap. Mixon runs right, finds a cutback lane to the left. Good tackle.
Yeah.
Sherwood at the 11-yard line. It looked like he had a wide open alley, Anthony, and then Sherwood closed the door.
Yeah, no doubt. I give Sherwood a lot of credit. He's been very active as a tackler the last several weeks, stepping in early, too, when C.J. Mosley was hurt. And he's been playing with a cast on his hand. I mean, you can't even grab anybody. You're basically playing one-handed. Just his speed alone gets him in a great position every time to wrap up fully and bring guys down.
2nd and 7. Jet 10-yard line. And now they line up Joe Mixon in the Wildcat. Out to the right, C.J. Stroud. Joe Mixon's going to throw it into the end zone for Stroud. Incomplete. Was an odd play.
Yeah, what a waste, right?
Not a lot of misdirection there. DJ Reed just covered C.J. Stroud like a wide receiver. They ran an option pass. And Joe Mixon took the direct snap, became a quarterback, tried to throw it to his quarterback. 3rd down and 7. .9:03 to go in regulation time. Jets lead by 4. 7 on the play clock as the Texans hustle to the line. 3 on the play clock. Stroud takes the snap, drops back, looks left, under pressure, spinning back, sacked! Michael Clemens buries him back at the 27-yard line, and he's hurt again. C.J. Stroud very slow to get up. Another Jet sack. That's their 7th? Wow, they are piling up sacks. Jetsfree. When the Jets get a sack, they score a free Big Mac. You're going to get a lot of them. The next day, with the purchase of $2 or more on the McDonald's app, valid one time the day after the game at participating McDonald's, excludes tax, must opt into rewards. So Fairbairn from 43 yards left hash to make it a 1-point game. To snap the placement down. The kick is on the way. End over end, and it is inside the right upright and good. Is there a flag down? A flag was thrown on the field goal attempt. If it's against the Jets, I'm sure Houston will simply decline. Not going to take the points off the board here.
Right.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, contacted the snapper by the defense. The penalty's half the distance to the goal and an automatic first down.
That's a different kind of penalty.
I got to see this again.
So the Jets commit a personal foul that allows the Texans a red zone first down, and they get to put their offense back on the field again.
I mean, you're basically saying you got there to hit the guy prior to the ball getting snapped or after. I just don't.
Eric Watts went up the middle and hit the snapper.
Can't touch the snapper. And I don't know if Eric Watts, this has been the most he's played all season and even dressed. You got to know that. You got to know that.
So another costly penalty for the Jets. Again, that's like a turnover. That gives the Texans the ball at the 12-yard line. Handoff Mixon runs left to the 9. He's got about 3. Jalen Mills made the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 7 just inside the Jet 10. 8:03 to go. The Jets 14, the Texans 10, but they get another crack at the end zone as they try and take the lead back. Hutchinson tight left, bunch set right. Mixon the lone setback. Hand off Mixon. Hit behind the line. He lost a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 7. He may have fought his way back to the line of scrimmage. So now the Jet defense again has to get a stop on third down in the red zone.
This is his fourth quarter. Defense got to step up here, make a play. Got some fresh bodies up front. It's been difficult in the red zone for Stroud. Got to come up big, pick up a special teams mistake that the Jets made.
Hutchinson tight right, bunch set left. Ogunbowale in the game. To the left of Stroud. In the shotgun. 3rd and 7 at the 9. He's back to throw. Looks left. Looks right. Throws. Slant right. End zone incomplete. 4th down and 7 inside the 10. And here comes Fairbairn to attempt what basically for him will be a chip shot field goal. But the Jets get a 3 and out after the personal foul.
It's a great 3 snaps by the defense. I mean, just stepping up. Can't control the situation when it's a special teams deal. But again, just making those 3 critical stops and forcing Stroud to make a tough throw to get off the field.
27-yard field goal attempt. Left hash. Snap, placement down. Pick is up. And it hit the upright. No good. Incredible. 6:54 to go, and the Jets still have their 4-point lead. Fairbairn just missed from 27. He doinks it off the left upright. The Jets have the ball back, and they still lead by 4. 6:54 to go in the 4th. What a crazy game. You are listening to New York Jets football on Q104.3, the new home for Jets football.
Attention homeowners. If you use oil to heat your home, you need to listen up. Sloman's has low-price home heating oil available at a fixed rate that could save you hundreds of dollars each year. Think you're spending too much to keep your home warm? Call 1-866-OIL-DEAL now and find out how much you can save. Their team is available 24/7, and their skilled mechanics are on call around the clock to ensure your family stays cozy all winter long. Don't hesitate. There's no reason to overpay for your home heating oil. Call Sloman's today at 1-866-OIL-DEAL.
What's poppin'? Justin Jefferson here.
Football is a lot of explosion, a lot of energy and attitude.
It's a whole different vibe with these open earbuds. It's like you're in the moment, but also you can hear everything around you. You can be involved.
To have good sound and to be so light on your ear means a lot to me. Putting that music into my ears,
you feel good enough to go out there and play.
You turn on that switch, no one can stop you.
For more, check out Bose.
Congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Got him swinging! That's it! It's a World Series win for LA!
The only thing harder than winning that title is defending it. Tune to MLB Network Radio for up-to-the-minute coverage of baseball's hot stove season as teams take their first steps towards the 2025 World Series on MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM 89, and the all-new Sirius XM app.
Ho, ho, hold up! It's Jimmy Fallon, and you're invited to my place for Christmas. Get ready for a new channel of classic holiday songs, handpicked. Channel 17 or listen at home with the Sirius XM app. Just search Jimmy Fallon.
No one brings you close. Sirius XM NFL Radio.
Touchdown Ravens! Derrick Henry strikes again!
How is this still happening at this point of your career?
Just try to work as hard as I can to be able to play at a high level every year. O-line, guys blocking for me, making it a lot easier. My teammates, it's been a whole lot of fun, I can say that.
Your home for 24/7 coverage of the National Football League is Sirius XM NFL Radio, Channel 88.
If it's happening in baseball,
that's it! It's a World Series win for LA!
It's on MLB Network Radio.
Mookie Betts.
It's definitely a group effort. And winning a World Series is obviously a group effort, but it's just super special.
Clayton Kershaw, second World Series championship. What has this group of guys meant to you?
God, it sounds so good when you say it like that. Golly, it sounds good.
They've done it!
MLB Network Radio, Sirius XM Channel 89, and on the Sirius XM app.
Down conversions going their way. 2 touchdowns, two series.
Corley tight left. 2 receivers right. Rodgers hands to Hall. Finds a crease left. Breaks a tackle. First down. Out to the 35-yard line. Lassiter brings him down. 12 yards for Breece Hall.
Remember, you're down 2 guards, right? You got 4 tackles playing 4 offensive line positions outside the center, and these guys are coming off the football and making it happen. Another big run by Hall.
Again, the pistol. Breece Hall right behind Aaron Rodgers. Now to his right. Straight up shotgun. Conklin motions left to right. Rodgers back to throw. Looks left, throws left. Little button hook. Spun back. Forward progress for Garrett Wilson for 5. Out to the 40-yard line. And again, tackles in the field of play. Just keeps the clock rolling uninterrupted. 5:10 to go. Jets have a 4-point lead, so the Texans would need a touchdown. Houston has all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. So, Anthony, you're looking at 2, maybe 3 more first downs for the Jets. And in that range, Houston's going to have to start using their timeouts.
No doubt.
Hand off Breece Hall. Runs right. Cuts it back to the left. Fights his way forward. A yard, maybe a yard and a half shy of another Jet first down. Henry To'o makes the tackle. So it'll be 3rd down and about a yard and a half. Davante Adams just trotted back on the field, out of the concussion protocol.
It's a big play in the game here. 3rd and 1. You're going to bring this clock all the way down to single digits on the play clock. See if this offensive line, how they decide to play this play, if they can get 1 yard.
Shotgun. Hard count. Play clock at 5. Rodgers. Another hard count. Calls timeout. That's okay. He was trying to get them to jump.
Timeout.
And now they'll talk it over.
New York.
4 minutes even to go in the 4th quarter. And again, the play clock's 40 seconds. So every first down is worth 2 minutes, regardless of even the time on the clock that the play takes. So if you can get a first down with this play,
we set the game clock to 4:01. Thank you.
If you get a first down with this play, you can run the ball 3 more times, and unless Houston uses their timeouts on the north side of the 2-minute warning, you're going to take the game clock all the way down, minimum to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, I mean, 4 minutes, right? This is called a 4-minute drive. This is what you do when you're up in the game. You have a lead. You try to basically run it down their throat, move the sticks, and get really good 3rd down opportunities so you can continue to get that clock to run dry. And you're right. They got 3 timeouts, but either way, moving the sticks is the premium importance.
Huge play here after the Jet timeout. 3rd down and 1. Play action. Back to throw as Rodgers flips it right. Caught wide open. First down. Kenny Yeboah. His first catch. And he slips as the unlikeliest of the targets. And he was left uncovered. Gets across the 50. And he's out of bounds with 3:55 to go.
Love to see him roll back in, right, when he catches that. Again, just situational awareness. But, man, you got to get the first down, right, Bob? So at any token, he's able to make a big catch. But, again, catch that. You got the yardage. Roll back in. Clock continues to run. And, again, you talked about it. 40 seconds every time.
Play clock at 5. Davante Adams motions left to right. Shotgun snap. Braylon Allen. And he is spun down behind the line. And now let's see if the timeouts start to be used at all by Houston. 3:44 to go and the clock rolling. That's a loss of 2.5. So it'll be 2nd down and a long 12, close to 13. Jets at the Texans 47 with 3.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, want to make a dent here, right? You don't want to try to go for a jugular play. Forget about 2nd and 13. The goal is, hey, how can we get 5 to 7 yards on this play?
Shotgun for Rodgers. Breece Hall to his left. 3 receivers, 2 to the left. Takes the snap, drops back. Looks left, throws left, squeezes it into Garrett Wilson. And he's brought down at the 37 of the Texans, a gain of 10. And it looks like a timeout's going to be used right here by the Texans with 2:58 to go. So we will step aside. Another big third down coming for the Jets. Third and about 2.5 to see if they can continue to keep this drive alive, work on the clock, and play keep away as they've got a 14-10 lead.
Timeout Houston,
late fourth quarter. 2:58 to go.
Timeout.
The NASCAR Cup Series is on Sirius XM. We're back on the track Sunday.
1 p.m. Eastern.
It's the Xfinity 500 from Martinsville Speedway.
Checker flag, baby. Yeah.
On Sirius XM NASCAR Radio Channel 90. In the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app. Get closer to everything that moves you wherever you are with the Sirius XM app.
Let's make some smoke and drink some beer. Yeah.
Election Day on Sirius XM. All sides, all. When every vote counts, moment matters. Election Day on Sirius XM. Tuesday, starting at Channel 111 and on the Sirius XM app.
The NFL trade deadline is Tuesday, November 5th at 4 p.m. Eastern. And while the nation is running to the polls, your favorite NFL team is running to the phones. Who's staying? Who's on the move?
We're not going to just make a move to make it. It's got to be the right guy.
Sirius XM NFL Radio is your home for the latest news and rumors.
This trade is a huge upgrade over what they had.
Nobody covers the trade deadline like our experts on Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and on the all-new Sirius XM app.
The #1 pro wrestling podcast on the planet is now on YouTube. This is Dave LaGreca from Busted Open. Join us every day to watch in-depth conversations with the biggest names in pro wrestling.
Consistently the best wrestling show.
With Cody Rhodes, Swerve Strickland, Becky Lynch, Goldberg, Ric Flair, The Undertaker.
I'm actually glad to be on a real show.
And so many more. Plus daily breakdowns of the world of wrestling. Subscribe to us now. Search Busted Open on YouTube.
We are back, and we pause to allow our stations to identify themselves on the New York Jets radio.
Interact with our stable of former players, coaches, and executives all day long on Sirius XM NFL Radio Channel 88 and the Sirius XM app.
4.3.
Massive play coming here with 3:02 to go in the game. The Texans have 2 timeouts. Obviously, the 2-minute warning as well with 3:02 to go. They have to have a touchdown to take the lead because the Jets lead by 4. 3rd down and 3 for the Jets. Really 3rd and about 2.5 at the Texans' 37-yard line. So the Jets trying to get a first down here to continue to force Houston to use their timeouts to play keep away. Shotgun, Aaron Rodgers. 3 receivers right. Garrett Wilson solo left. To his left, Breece Hall takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. Lobs one down the right side. Devontae Adams. He's got it at the 10, 5, and it's a Jet touchdown. Aaron Rodgers hooks up with his old buddy Devontae Adams right down the chimney, and the Jets have a 2-score lead.
Little slot fade. Man-to-man, tight coverage, pitches on the outside, and he just shakes it. You got that side space there, throws a beautiful ball, drops it in the bucket. And Devontae Adams was holding it out pretty early there, crossing the touchdown, and he made sure he had it all the way through. Great throw, great catch.
Patterson for the PAT. The snap, the placement, the kick on the way. Good. 21-10. The Jets on top with 2:56 to go.
Pretty sick half, Bob, for Rodgers right now. I mean, is he 15 of 18, 3 TDs in the second half? That's only 3 possessions, don't quote me, but 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. I mean, they came out with a purpose in the second half today, and Great balance, but man, Aaron got hot. And I think these are the things we've been waiting for with Aaron. You see him jumping around, they got excitement. And again, going into a long week, right? 10 days. This is something to cap it off on a Thursday night here against the Texans.
That scoring drive brought to you by Hyundai. Get away with a great deal. Only at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit HyundaiUSA.com today. So Bob Wischusen and Anthony Bechts coming to you live from the Dime Community Bank radio booth. We've got your bank. The Texans about to get the ball back, but now they need 2 scores. Patterson will kick it deep. High end-over-end kick. And it's going to come down to Sims at the goal line. To his left to the 20. Tripped up at about the 28-yard line. Turned back at the 30. Skilled trade workers are missing nationwide, but the work isn't. That's where Lincoln Tech comes in with hands-on training that lasts about a year. Visit lincolntech.edu for details. So the Jets on the verge of breaking their 5-game losing streak and having the mini bye before heading out to take on the Cardinals in Phoenix in Glendale a week from Sunday. But now C.J. Stroud goes to work. He's back to throw. He's going to fire a bomb down the right sideline looking for Hutchinson, incomplete. Jalen Mills was there. 2nd down and 10. Houston at their own 30. 2:42 to go.
And you said a little bit ago, Bob, about the key word finish, right? Finish the game. Defense did a heck of a job on that last series. Think about it. They had a field goal. They got a personal foul on that field goal. They had to stand for 3 more plays. They missed the field goal. And the Jets offense takes care of business. So, again, having everybody kind of in unison playing together in the second half has been great to see. And they got to cap this thing off with a finish.
Tank Dell, tight left, 3 receivers right. Jets rush 4. Spinning out, running left is Stroud. Trying to buy time. Sidearms 1. Incomplete. Overthrew Dalton Schultz. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 as he's taking a couple of deep shots.
A couple low percentage throws here on 1st and 2nd down. For him, obviously, he's trying to get a home run, trying to get chunk yards. But again, this plays into the hands of the Jets. Receivers aren't running by these defenders, and Jets have it pretty secure on the back end with an extra safety and corner in position to make the play.
Hutchinson wide left, 3 receivers right. Stroud shotgun. Mechie now splits out widest to the right. Flag down, might be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
It is.
5-yard penalty, it's 3rd down.
And they've only got 2 timeouts left with 2.5 minutes to go. And they have to have 2 scores. So they cannot call a timeout there with the clock stopped to avoid giving up 5 yards.
Right.
So now it's 3rd and 15. Back to their own 25-yard line. Same formation. Shotgun for C.J. Stroud. Jets rush 4 again. Stroud avoids a sack. Looks left, throws left, underneath. A modest gain at best. Quincy Williams right in the face of Tank Dell to drive him down after a gain of maybe about 5 or 6. So it'll be 4th down and 9, and they have to go hurry up. 2:15 to go. Down to 2:12 to go. Texans trying to hold on to the football. 2:08 to go. Back to throw a Stroud on 4th down. Steps up, throws one over the middle, high, incomplete. Flag thrown from the secondary. Isaiah Oliver is going to be called for hitting Tank Dell on 4th down.
Yeah, a little early.
With 2:01 remaining.
Pass interference by the defense, number 23. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. It's 1st down.
And being that it's 2:01, Bob, they're going to get a play with an automatic stoppage on this next snap. So again, the timing of it, not the greatest.
Yeah, it's like giving them a timeout.
Yeah, exactly. And Dell had no chance of catching it. And the ball wasn't even, it was well thrown inside of him. He wouldn't have caught it even if he was hit early or not. So
2:01 remaining. 1st and 10. Houston at their own 43-yard line. Ogunbowale empties the backfield. Back to throw is Stroud. Floats one right sideline for Schultz. Toe taps at the Jet 35-yard line. And I think he made the catch. The officials get together. Will they rule it a reception? Now they'll say out of bounds.
Nice.
They'll say he did not get 2 feet down. I thought that was a good catch. 1:55 to go, so
rolling on the field is an incomplete
it'll be a booth
pass.
review.
It's 2nd down. This is the 2-minute warning.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning, so while we're away, we'll see if they do indeed review and give Schultz that catch. And as we get another look, very close.
Man, this is
1:55 remaining, Jets 21 and the Texans 10. You're listening to the New York Jets Radio Network on Q104.3, your new home for Jets football.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. And you've got beer and football. Nothing is hard until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Not nearly the factor
football
it's been
season,
in the past.
we all make rookie mistakes.
Yeah.
Like that time you
it was.
accidentally spiked your TV remote to celebrate a touchdown.
And on the bus.
Maybe you should have Snickers.
Yeah, that was
Because
you.
now you can enter for a chance to turn those rookie mistakes into prizes, including a grand prize trip to Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans and awesome weekly prizes. Visit Snickers.com/rookie mistake for rules and details. And grab a Snickers, the official chocolate sponsor of the NFL.
When it comes to the news, we have a lot of choices, and there have never been more news sources to choose from. So when the options are endless, the only option is to follow the most reliable information possible, like the 180-year reputation of quality journalism from The Economist. As a subscriber, I have access to in-depth, deeply researched, expert analysis of world events and topics ranging from business and culture to politics, science, and technology. So when you need a trusted news source, for fact's sake, trust The Economist. Start your free trial at economist.com.
Score big by food shopping at Met Foods and Met Fresh, your supermarket destination's game day food favorites. If you love pickles, it's kind of a big deal to try the new Kraft Heinz pickle flavored ketchup. And for creamy and oh so flavorful, add Kraft Smoky Hickory Bacon flavored aioli. Met Foods and Met Fresh have you covered this football season. Visit metfoods.com today for locations, store hours, meal tips, and to shop online. That's metfoods.com.
Head to SNY after each Jets game. Post-game reactions, analysis, and exclusive player interviews on Jets Post-Game Live. Presented by Audi. After every Jets game, only on SNY. 1:55 to go in the fourth quarter. Jets on top 21-10. Texans have the ball. They only need one touchdown. They need a touchdown at 2 and then a field goal. Stroud back to throw, looks downfield, fires right sideline, incomplete. Looking for Tank Dell and a deep crosser at the Jet 35. Exactly where he almost had Dalton Schultz a moment ago. Schultz made a great catch and nearly toe tapped, so close to getting the second foot down. Now it's 3rd down and 10. Houston back at their own 43. 1:49 remaining. They have 2 timeouts left. In motion from right to left goes Schultz. And now back to the right in the backfield, flanking C.J. Stroud. 4-man rush. Stroud, well protected. Now a late rush from McDonald. He rolls to his right, checks it down. Schultz makes the catch in the field of play, short of the first down.
It's 4th down.
So it's 4th down. And about 1.5 yards. And the Texans hustle up, trying to preserve their timeouts. 1.5 minutes to go. 4th and 2. They have to have it. Back to throw Stroud. Under pressure, he's going to run for it. He'll get it. Runs right to the 40, to the 35-30. Cruises out of bounds inside the Jet 25 with 1:20 to go. The Jets can't relax too much. You know, one thing sometimes I wonder about with coaches is if you think about kicking the field goal first. You need 2 scores. There's 1:20 on the clock. They have 2 timeouts.
Watch it back.
If you kick the field goal right now, and if Fairbairn makes, you'd be down 8. And then if you ever recovered the onside kick, you would have all the time in the world with your timeouts to go for the touchdown and the 2. Back to throw is Stroud. Looks over the middle, throws, broken up by Sauce Gardner. Reached a hand out in front of Cade Stover and knocked it away. 1:17 to go. So the key for the Jets would be, even if the Texans were to score a touchdown, you got to make them eat up so much time to do so. It's always interesting how coaches handle needing 2 scores and also managing the clock and how much time they need on the clock to get the second score. C.J. Stroud in the shotgun, Agumbawale to his right, 4-man rush. Stroud lobbing one for Agumbawale in the end zone, incomplete. Up over the head of Quincy Williams as well. It'll be 3rd down and 10 at the Jet 24 with 1:11 remaining. Again, Houston still has 2 timeouts. So 3rd down and 10 at the Jet 24-yard line. Somewhere in all of this, the Texans are going to need to recover an onside kick, even if they score on this drive. Houston takes Stroud in the shotgun, takes the snap, throws a crosser, and there's a catch made. Robert Woods gets inside the 15, 1st down. Out of bounds at the 12-yard line with 1:05 to go. And he gets out of bounds as well, which preserves the timeouts. So it's 1st and 10 at the Jet 12-yard line. Houston still has their 2 timeouts. And in striking distance of the end zone. Wide left Hutchinson. Slot left Mechie. To the near side right, Stephen Mims. Along with Hutchinson. Back to throw is Stroud. Floats one into the end zone, incomplete. Hutchinson trying to make a one-handed catch of his own. Jalen Mills was there in coverage. An even 1 minute on the clock. 2nd down and 10 at the Jet 12-yard line. Wide left Woods, slot left Dell, trips to the far side left now with Schultz. Agumbawale to the right of Stroud in the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back. Floats left, steps up in the pocket, extends the play, runs right to the 15, gets to the 10, runs out of bounds at the 7, chased out by Sherwood. 52 seconds to go. Flag in the end zone. A flag thrown in the Jets end zone.
Holding, defense number 1. The penalty's half the distance to the goal, added to the end of the play, and an automatic 1st down.
So that puts it inside the 5-yard line. And they've got Sauce Gardner for a holding penalty, as he got a hold of the jersey of Hutchinson a couple of times. So it is 1st and goal at about the 3.5-yard line. Tank Dell and Schultz to the left. 2 receivers right. Woods in motion right to left. Stroud in the shotgun. 1st and goal, takes the snap. Drops back. Under pressure. Checks it down right. Incomplete. Agumbawale, the intended receiver. 47 seconds to go. Again, Houston still with the 2 timeouts. So even when the Jets have given up a completion, they have not been able to make a tackle in the field of play to either keep the clock rolling, as Sauce Gardner is down on one knee in the back of the end zone.
New
so
York
he's
has
hurt.
charged a timeout for an injury inside 2 minutes.
So they're going to have to take Sauce Gardner off the field as he's limping a bit. Jarius Monroe, the rookie, also leaving the field. As I would think the Jets' corners will now be DJ Reed and Brandon Eccles. Let's see. That is exactly who was out there. So 2nd down and goal, just outside the Jet 3. 47 seconds to go. Jets lead by 11. Back to throw is Stroud. Under pressure, pocket collapsing, and they'll get the sack, finally. Hassan Reddick, Quinnen Williams combine on the sack, and that's going to cost the Texans a timeout. 39 seconds to go.
Timeout Houston, their first of the half. 30-second timeout. Please reset the game clock to 42 seconds. Thank you.
And they're going to bring Fairbairn out now, which is the right move. You're going to get about a lifetime supply of Big Macs tomorrow if you use the McDonald's app, JETSFREE. Because when the Jets get a sack, you score a free Big Mac. The next day with a purchase of $2 or more on the McDonald's app. Valid one time the day after the game at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards. So on 3rd down with 42 seconds to go and 1 timeout left, here is where the Texans will try and keep the game alive with a 29-yard field goal attempt for Fairbairn. The snap, the placement down. The kick is up. The kick is good. They cut the lead to 8 with 39 seconds to go. And now they will try the onside kick. Injured? Hire Morgan & Morgan, proud partner of the New York Jets. Visit forthepeople.com or dial #law Morgan & Morgan for the people. Now remember the new dynamic kickoff rules, where you put all of the coverage and blockers downfield. In order to have an onside kick, it only happens in the 4th quarter, and you have to declare to the other team, we are going to onside kick. So there's no mystery about it, and obviously there would never be a mystery about it here. You have to onside kick. Not even a spot you'd have to declare. So they will send Kaimi Fairbairn out at the 35-yard line to put the ball on the tee, and the Jets will put their hands team out. Devontae Adams on the near side, Garrett Wilson on the far side, Xavier Gibson and DJ Reed kind of playing safety in the middle of the field, and Fairbairn to try the onside kick. He bounces it to the near side. Diving on top of it, Devontae Adams attacked the ball, covered it, and the Jets will go to victory formation. And they're going to win this game. 35 seconds to go.
Please set the game
and the Texans only have 1 timeout left. So the Jets will break their 5-game losing streak, get to 3-6 on the season, and at least breathe a little life and a little hope back into their year as Aaron Rodgers will huddle them up. And assuming that D'Amico Ryans does not use his final timeout, it'll be 1 knee, and that'll make it official. Rodgers takes the snap, takes a knee, the clock rolls, and the sideline's empty. And that will do it. The final score here at MetLife Stadium. The Jets 21 and the Texans 13. The 5th quarter show coming up next with Dan and Greg, locker room and press conferences from downstairs. You're listening to the New York Jets Radio Network on Q104.3, the new home for
Sports Grid Radio on Sirius XM has you covered this NFL season.
The young gunslinger in Texas, C.J. Stroud, takes his Texans into New York against the new-look Jets to open Week 9 on Thursday Night Football. The Texans opened as 3-point favorites over the Jets with a total of 45. Make sure you tune into Sports Grid Radio to stay up to date on all the latest.
The place to get the winning edge over the sports books this football season is Sports Grid Radio, channel 159 in the car and on the Sirius XM app.
Want to hear something scary? Spirits are swirling in the Sirius XM app with creepy Halloween treats. Drift into